And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
The New Orleans Saints select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Keep going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, y'all, and welcome to episode 54 of the Dirty Boot Sports Podcast. This is the double doink episode.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Ding, ding.
Yeah.
No dice.
54, though. Max Fried.
Yeah, I like the Freed episode better.
Zach Thomas, man.
Horace Grant from the Bulls.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Did Brian Urlacher wear 54?
That's right.
Thought so. That's a linebacker number.
Yeah, very much.
There's a couple of them.
Because he was 54 and his partner beside him was 55.
Who was that?
Briggs.
Oh, Lance Briggs.
Yeah, he was all
God, I
pro,
forgot
too.
about him. Wow. I forgot about that name.
Oh, man, that was a duo right there.
Yeah.
Whew.
Who else?
They
Teddy
took,
Bruschi.
they took Rex Grossman to the Super Bowl. Enough said.
Clayton Kershaw? He don't wear 54.
That's true. And they went through us to get there.
Yeah.
That's what hurt.
Bobby Wagner, who's on our TV.
Yeah.
I don't think he wears it for the Rams, though.
No, he changed.
Yeah, a lot of linebackers though. That whenever you play Madden and you create a linebacker, that's just that's the number you go to.
Yeah.
All right. So NFL talk for week 4
Already.
Yeah, we only have what?
So we're going to
Thursday night.
22 left now.
Wow. Thanks, Clay. Appreciate that. That sucks.
What?
22.
If you count playoffs.
Playoffs?
Because is there 18 weeks?
Saints can't even win a
18
game.
weeks.
So 18 weeks and then wild card, division, conference, Super Bowl. So yeah, 22 weeks.
22 weeks.
And then you got the Pro Bowl games in there. 23 weeks.
Hey.
We got the Pro
We
Bowl.
haven't talked about those. I'm
Dodgeball.
excited for that.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
do
excited.
it. Offensive linemen and
'Cause
defensive linemen play
every-
dodgeball.
every-
I hate
year-
the dodgeball every year. I hate it.
You hate the dodgeball?
Hate the dodgeball
Why?
games. It's not fun to me.
But
Not
the
entertaining.
Thursday night stuff, that's when they would do the
The skill stuff.
yeah. I would watch that. Never
I
watch
want
the
to see
Pro
the
Bowl.
quarterback
I
competition.
love that.
Y'all remember when they had the kicking horse game?
Yeah,
Like, somebody kicked the ball off the beach one year. I remember it was like David Akers.
Yeah,
Kick
I
the
want to
ball
see
off the
that,
beach.
and then I want the old school quarterback competition
Yeah.
with the guys on the carts driving the targets around.
give me
the
like a
chalk.
40-yard
Yeah,
dash.
chalked ball.
Yeah, 40-yard dash.
Tyreek Hill
Fastest
versus
man.
everyone in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's see.
fastest man competition.
I want to see
Somebody
somebody
line
tear
up beside him and
hamstrings.
say, "Come beat him."
And it don't even have to be Pro Bowlers. How about that?
And
Just bring in
anybody in the
random
league.
people.
I want them to bring back the old whites too, the old quarterbacks,
The
and
old
make
whites?
them throw. Yeah, that's a
What?
that's a what's his name reference. But I want to see the old guys throw too, man. I want to see John Elway. I want to see John Elway sling it like he used to, or at least try
Got a torn
to.
rotator
Brett
cuff.
Favre.
That's okay, man.
What else does he have
They're
to
good
do?
for
Yeah,
one day.
I mean, he can do it 20 court sessions.
Brett Favre loves slinging around stuff, right? Slinging out the money.
Ain't out that money.
Yeah, that's a Pat McAfee reference though. He calls them the old whites.
Okay.
Anytime he's talking about like old white guys, he's like the old whites.
I wish I could be watching the Manning cast tonight. 'Cause
Me
Steph's
too.
on it.
I love Manicap.
I'll go back and watch the highlights. Of that.
Steph, Jalen Hurts, and John Hamm were the guys tonight.
I hate John Hamm.
Did
Yeah.
y'all see the
Dude's
Saturday?
the most punchable face of all time.
Did y'all see the Saturday Night Live skit of the Manicast?
Yeah.
Dude, that dude that did Peyton was on point with his face expressions and stuff.
I gotta go watch that. It's about time SNL did something funny.
That
been a
one,
while.
That one's a good one. I'm telling you. The only reason I saw it was Twitter.
All right. So Thursday,
Ooh, we go on to a Saga.
Tua. Hey, Kyle.
I didn't even get to watch it, so.
Oh, yeah.
Joey B is back. Oh, you want me to go off on Tua?
Go ahead.
why
Might as
not?
well.
All right. Apparently, everybody thought I was a little fired up about this. Maybe I was.
Well, you said, can we talk about Tua?
Yes.
I'm
So-
on board.
Well, no, I'm not talking about just within the pod. I'm talking about like people like at church Sunday was like, "You were pretty fired up about that Tua thing." Huh? I was
Did you hand him
because
a card
The
and be like, hey,
dude, the
Dirty
dude,
Boot Sports.
the dude
Listen to
like
the
got
pod.
the CTE Thursday.
Yes.
He got
Yes.
the CTE that everybody's talking about. We are so pressed for freaking concussions for the past 6 years now, it feels like, stopping concussions. They did everything in their power to not stop a concussion and not to protect that.
And here's why it pisses me off, because it's all about money for the NFL. The only reason they pursued all this CTE concussion stuff was to have a better image in the public light, and the only reason they're playing Thursday night football, bringing in the Alabama quarterback and the LSU quarterback from a few years ago, is to make money. It's all a money-making scam. And look, I'm all about some capitalism, but there's some points where you got to be like, all right, man, why? Oh, missed it. Wow. Okay, so the Rams still got a shot.
Now Matt Stafford gets to throw 10-yard slants to Cooper Kupp.
So here's the deal, though. It's like, how much money do you need to make, NFL? Like, can we not play Thursday night games? Don't get me wrong, I'm entertained on Thursday nights, but do we really have to ask a team to play on Sunday, then turn around and play on freaking Thursday?
You got to bring in the bye weeks.
Answer me this.
Why are there not more than one bye weeks?
Yes.
I freaking hate
That's
that.
where I was about to go with.
It is too long of a season.
Especially
I
if you
think
add
back,
one more game.
I think back to high school football. At the end of a 10-game season, like, you're sore. You're sore week in, week out. And that's not even playing against the best athletes in the world. Think about what they have to go through. They play on Sunday. They have 3 days to
And they're
recover.
doing it into their 30s.
Yes, they're grown men. Yeah, they're in the best shape of their life, the best shape in the world.
But they're also hitting
still,
other guys that are that.
They've been doing this for 10, 15 years, half of them, you know? And like Mike Golick always used to stay on Golick and Mike in the morning. He's like, every play is a car wreck if you're a lineman. Yeah. I'm looking at it from a lineman standpoint. Every play is a car wreck if it's a run play for sure. So, like, think about being in 50 or 60 car wrecks every single Sunday. And then you got to go play again. And think about freaking Tua, who basically got whiplash, it seemed like, or something.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks.
Yeah, no, 4 days.
Back to, yeah.
2 within 4 days.
And it pisses me. What makes me mad more than anything.
I hate Tua. Screw him. But that wasn't fair to him.
What makes me mad more than anything is the hypocrisy of it all. Because the only reason they're in the CTE bullcrap and the NFL, what's the stuff they have with the kids, like play safe and they teach tackling.
Heads up football.
Heads up football, which is a good program. But let's get real. The reason why they're doing it is for money. And then they pull crap like this. And by the way, the Dolphins, I realized that the independent neurologist was the fall guy. That's not how that goes. Those doctors, I promise you,
do not blame Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, his nuts got.
He
did nothing.
Dude. His nuts shrunk a little bit on that. He'd been rocking some big nuts.
He
did
did nothing wrong.
But I'm telling you, those docs are yes men. Y'all remember that scene from the not Friday Night Lights? I always want to call it that. Varsity Blues, where they're in the
shooting
room.
Up old boy's knee in the locker.
It ain't no different. And you know what? Part of that's on Tua. Because Tua, I'm sure he don't want to lose his job. He's having a great season. Dolphins are hot. It
was a big game.
He's proven himself. Yeah, he's got to go back up against
He could have said, I don't want to play.
Yeah, he could have. But
or I don't feel right.
The player's never going to do that.
Yeah. Never. No. Look what J.J. Watt just did.
Yeah.
My God.
He forced them to play him.
Yeah,
screw J.J. Watt.
He should not have been playing with a arrhythmia.
I don't know if that's even fully true. He's liable to make up some crap, I think, just to get his name in the spotlight.
Dang.
Screw J.J. Watt.
Dang.
I ain't about J.J. Watt.
And I'm sorry, Mike McDaniels, he had something to do
He
with
did
that.
not.
Yeah, he did.
He was innocent.
Yeah, right.
Fire him then.
Yeah.
Come to Orleans.
Well,
Is he okay? Put him back in.
Yeah.
Put him back in.
They did. I mean, you've got to protect players from themselves.
Exactly, because they're wired to want to play.
Why can't we? Like, okay, we in this. Was it first week in February is the Super Bowl is? Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah, first Sunday.
First Sunday in February.
Okay.
I think it's second Sunday now.
After that ends, February is a terrible month for watching sports. I know college basketball is in conference. Other than that's it. Okay, so you're telling me if you put that Super Bowl off for another 2 more weeks to give them another bye week in the regular season, nobody's going to watch?
Yeah.
Heck no. So why don't you bump the Super Bowl back?
That's when the XFL's starting up or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm all about that. I'm all for it. And nobody's bigger NFL fans than we are at this table. And I think every one of us can say we do not like Thursday games from like our team
I
aspect.
like it from the standpoint of I get to watch football tonight.
But in the
like
grand
that.
scheme of things, we would rather not have it, right?
It's not good football 9 times out
Yeah.
of 10.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not good when your team's having to do it.
I like the opening night Thursday game by itself. I like that.
And don't even get me started on going across the freaking pond and
That's
playing.
so stupid. I hate that.
My
dude.
God.
I tell you what, though. So the people I know that were over there, they were like,
You
send
know
me
people that
pictures.
were over there?
Yeah, there was actually good many people in this.
Oh yeah, you missed out of that.
Yeah, you
I
weren't
missed
here
out of
Wednesday.
that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Some of yes, I got some good friends that were at the game Sunday.
They had tickets to go see the Queen's house.
Yeah,
Kyle.
and then they got rejected because
They didn't get
obviously-
refunds.
Now they just got to see her body.
Yeah. But I mean, dude,
They just looked at the casket.
they
They
were
were to Buckingham.
They were sending me videos and FaceTiming me and stuff. There was a line, a 600-yard line, just to go in the NFL Pro Shop outside the stadium. Those people over there loved it.
And it's
Like,
all-
the atmosphere was phenomenal. They said, it's just so.
Well, I don't doubt it. I mean, they're
mean,
not
like-
coming very often. It's not like
God,
pick
you're
six.
horrible. Woo! That's not going to catch me up to you, is it?
Jeez.
San Fran just got a pick 6 off of Stafford.
Who's that? Is that Jason Verrett?
I think Stafford should have retired on top, boys.
Dudes, he misses. Big
Who is
wit.
that? Hufunga.
He misses big wit at the left tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah. When's he getting a call?
Yeah, I guarantee you his phone his phone got blown up
So-
Thursday night in this game when he was there for working for Amazon Prime. I guarantee you the Cincinnati Bengals. Wouldn't you like to come on, finish your one more year at where you started at in your career?
So one more thing about the Tua concussion, and then I swear we need to move on to the X's and O's of these games. But you take a sport like MMA, right? You're allowed you're gonna probably take a concussion if you get knocked out. But when you wobble like he did on Sunday, you go down. There's gonna be a guy on top of you. He might get a glancing blow, maybe a solid one, but there's gonna be a referee to stop it. And then boom, 90 days. You can't touch another fighter. You can't
do
spar.
nothing.
I thought
People
it
don't
was-
know
can't do
about
anything.
that.
I thought it was 6 months.
No,
I
it's
heard,
90
I heard on
days.
the radio the other day it was 6 months.
It might be in some places,
That's
but
some-
most
that's
places
something
it's
people don't
90
know
days.
about. People
So
just think
at
they're
least
animals.
3 months. And in the NFL, we're supposed to be safe, and the UFC is so brutal. You get to turn around in 4 days and get your head smashed on the turf. That is ridiculous.
Kyle. They wear helmets.
Don't make a
So
difference
you
when.
want the cowherd rule, the water rule?
What's that?
Cowherd said he wants to implement the wobble rule. If a player gets up and wobbles and struggles walking, like I don't care what the test results say, he needs to be off for at least
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, Tua was like, oh, it was my back."
B.
Bull
If it was
loner.
your back, you'd have never got up. You'd
Yeah.
have been laying there rolling
That's
around
right.
on the
Hey,
turf.
or
That's
you'd be
right.
holding your back. He wasn't holding his back as he was.
No, he was punch drunk.
back and forth. Like there was no
Yeah,
back.
anybody with a set of working eyes knew that he was concussed that day. I don't give a crap what the
It's like
team
Julian
neurologist
Edelman in the
says.
Super Bowl a couple years ago.
I don't care. Like, you don't have to be a freaking neurologist to know that he was
And
concussed.
My God, when you're watching football this weekend, how many players got tested?
Oh.
When they even look like they somewhat got a concussion.
Yeah,
this
and
weekend.
I mean, if we're gonna be real, I mean that's how it should be.
I thought that's what it was supposed to be when
That's
they got
right.
these independent neurologists.
But guess what? They got to play Joey B on primetime on Thursday in 4 days. We can't have him hurt.
no.
So here's what you do. Week 1, you keep the Thursday night opener for the champs.
As it should be,
And
they
then-
deserve their own game.
And then
And then it has to be a bye.
No, you don't have to.
that-
You,
you
don't
don't
have
get
to.
a
You
bye
got
for
10
that.
days off.
That's a bye, basically.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Like going. I mean, they don't play till the next Sunday, so it's 10 days.
Yeah,
That's
there's
what
already-
I'm saying.
The
That's
bye
what I'm
should be
saying.
the
You
week
need.
before the Thursday night.
You need a bye after the Thursday.
Well, I'm just saying they should have some time off before they get to that. You should never play a 4-day turnaround.
No, because you
Yeah,
don't have that
he's-
last preseason.
That's what he's saying. He's
week.
saying week
The
one.
first
Week
game.
1.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm
Week
sorry.
1, and then
Yeah.
you take off weeks 2, 3, 4 for Thursday night. Let everybody get in the rhythm of football, and then 5. So there's 32 teams. So that means
correct me
30,
if I'm wrong,
30
didn't they
more.
just weren't they doing that? I mean, wouldn't it not long ago the Thursday night games didn't start till after
It was like
the first,
5 or 6 years
first
ago.
month
I think
or
They
so?
started
Yeah.
making it happen every single week.
Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't it? You should not be every week.
So there's 32 teams. So 2 play at the
Money
beginning,
started coming in.
and then when is Thanksgiving?
Oh,
That's
God.
week 12 this year.
November.
So if you go from week 5 through 12, that's 2 times. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 8. That's 12 times. I mean, that's 2 times 8 is 16.
That's half the league.
Doing some heavy math here.
Yeah, and then you get 3 games on Thanksgiving, so add 4 more to that. What's that? 20.
You still got 10. You still got 12 teams that don't get it.
So then you do 13, 14, 15, 16.
So you're saying
17.
Let the worst 12 teams have the Thursday night games of the year before, punish them.
No, you do it every week. You don't do it that last week, but you can do it weeks 5 through 17.
Oh, 5 through 17.
5 through 17, and then with 3 on Thanksgiving.
But that don't prevent what we're talking about, though.
But but then you give everybody a bye week
incorporate
before
the
that.
bye before.
Yeah, as long as there's a bye week before, I don't have a problem
Yeah,
with it.
that's what I'm saying. So you're only going to have 2 teams that are bye every week besides Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, you're going to have 6 teams on a bye the week before, which right now you already have a week with 6.
Or what if you got another bye, extended the season out, then you could have more Thursday night
extend
games.
it to 19 weeks.
Hey, guys, that week 18 games coming.
Yeah.
It's
going to happen.
It's going to go from 17 to 18 in a couple of years. It's coming.
So then you extend it to 20.
So, I mean,
18 games, 2 bye weeks.
they're going to have to go 2 bye weeks when they go 18 games. There's
Yeah.
no way around it.
And Thursday night should be played out on after the bye.
Yeah.
And I'm good with that. And I would love that. I just can't stand the 4-day tournament.
And I think that'd be good because you have the 2 teams that are playing on the bye. That means every week you have 30 teams playing.
Yeah.
And then you have besides the week before Thanksgiving, you only have 26 teams playing. But you get 3 games on Thanksgiving. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'll get down
you're
with that.
happy with that.
Because you hear all the ex-players, they've been interviewing obviously heavy here in the last week or 2, but you hear them all say Thursday's the day that they finally start feeling good from Sunday.
I mean, a lot of times you're off Monday.
Yeah, you're off
and then
Monday.
Tuesday you practice, Wednesday you practice, and then
it's
you're
film
supposed to play.
session usually on Tuesday, so they don't even practice.
Yeah, but
usually.
if you have a game, you're off. You're off Monday. You play Tuesday. You freaking fly Wednesday.
You honestly can't really call what they do at practice anymore. It's glorified walkthroughs now because all the CBA agreements stuff, and I get
and
that.
with all the best players, most of them are just resting.
And they have
McCaffrey.
to. I mean, they're beat
You
up.
got to.
Brady's getting his wife day on Wednesdays,
Answer,
and then that stopped again. I
That's
think
when he has to touch his wife.
Yeah.
Well,
answer this though.
It's a
He gets to look at her.
touch.
Look, all this
One
boils
pee-pee touch.
all this boils down to because they're getting lawsuits from the guys. That's where all this came from.
it's a money thing.
It's a money thing. Why the heck can they not in the contracts have wording in there where you cannot? They know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah, and
You know,
I
like,
agree.
mean,
I think the players are a part of this too.
yeah, I absolutely.
Because hey, the players ain't asking for less money.
no. So
I promise you that.
Like you're telling me if you put that in the contract, okay, you might have 10 players that won't play anymore. Them dudes are going to play. It
Oh
don't
yeah.
matter. They
I
don't
mean,
give a
Ronnie
crap.
Lott cut off his freaking finger so he could play.
They don't care. These dudes are built different. They're warriors,
Yeah.
man. They don't.
Yeah.
So why won't you just fix the contract up where they can't sue you 20 years down the road? Like that's all. Because it's just money. That's all they're worrying about. I mean, like, why can't we get this? We got too many smart people in this world to get some contracts and negotiate better.
Because it ain't about safety or what's right. It's about the
It's
dollar.
all about the freaking dollar.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
But anyways, guys,
I'll mark that up as fixed NFL talk.
Yes.
Yeah. We got to get into get into the numbers.
Let's go.
So
Dolphins,
that actually was a good game. Joey B looked like he had a turnaround, protected the ball well.
T. Higgins, wide receiver 1.
Yeah, he looked good.
Their offense still has problems.
Yeah.
They try for the big play too much.
Well,
they need to develop more quick throws.
Yeah.
Because especially when people complain about the offensive line, if they feel that's the problem, they need to have shorter routes, like this Rams game where Stafford stoned 27 completions for 200 yards.
And I'd like to see them run the ball more, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they can. I don't feel like they think they can run the ball. I've been screaming that too.
24 carries for 61 yards.
Exactly. 24 carries, you should be getting more than 61
Less than
yards.
3 yards a carry.
It's horrible. I mean, so I've watched almost every game this year, and when they do try to actually go to the run, they can't get no holes. Mixon's, I mean, he's just literally running into the backsides of his offensive lineman trying to get
and that's
yards.
weird because offensive linemen typically want to move forward.
Yeah, they love going
rather
forward.
than stand on their heels. How about Teddy Two Gloves, man, coming in and playing a good ball game?
Teddy's always going to. I
Dude's
mean,
serviceable.
He's serviceable, man.
Mhm.
He's going to be a
He's
backup.
serviceable.
I mean, that's what he is, and he's good at it.
He's going to be a guy that's going to play until he's 40-something years old, like Chase Daniel.
He's going to be Ryan. He's going to be
What
He's
hap-
respected.
That's right.
You know,
he feels like he's this close to being a decent starter in the league.
He is a starter in the league. He's just not going to be on a winning team.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, he's a
you
30.
can't tell me he's not better than Marcus Mariota.
I mean, he's.
Well, I think they're about equal. Or Geno Smith.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think they're right.
He
He's
start
in that
Hey,
group.
by the way,
Geno,
Geno
that's
Smith
pretty-
has the
that's
highest
fair.
rating
That's
of any
close.
quarterback through 4 weeks right now.
Yeah.
How about that?
Teddy's a 30. He's probably in the top 32 quarterback rankings. He's just you're not going to be on a good team. He's not going to be on a good
Well,
team.
and
He just
a
doesn't
lot
have
of it's
the
a lot
it
of
factor.
it. It's also the age and non-rookie contract situation.
Yeah, well,
There's a lot of guys that are on rookie deals that are still starting just because teams have hope.
oh yeah.
You know.
Well, and he needs a lot of talent around too. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs.
He ain't gonna win no games by himself.
No.
But he ain't gonna lose them either.
No, I mean he had
We
the
saw that
talent
with the Saints.
Yeah, he had the talent with the Saints. He's got some talent with the Dolphins there. I mean, he can keep them in games.
I like Teddy.
I do too.
As
I've always
Tyreek
liked
Hill,
him. Good dude,
as
man.
Tyreek Hill told a
There's lot of
reporter
good stories
today,
about him.
I can catch the football from you, as he told a reporter. He said, anyone that's out there, I'll catch the football.
That's a good answer. I like
So
that.
10 catches for 160 from Tyreek.
so now
on Eli Apple probably.
so now we jump across the pond and we have to wake up. And I was up early because I was going to church. So
I watched.
Can we not talk about this game?
I think the only drive
Yeah, I
I
didn't watch
watched
any
was
of it,
Dalton's
so.
touchdown drive.
well, see, I caught only the first half. I missed the entire second
So
half.
I might have been the reason we lost.
Maybe.
I watched one drive and it was on the way back from gambling on the way to church. Yeah, and I watched it and Dalton threw the touchdown to Olave. Is that
Yeah.
did he throw two or just one?
Through one
One.
to Olave, and then he Tyreek Hill ran one in, and then
Taysom.
Latavius Murray ran one in.
I wish we had Tyreek Hill.
I mean, what I say?
No, you don't. We would be
Taysom.
able to use
Taysom.
him.
It's
Oh,
Tyreek.
Taysom.
You said Tyreek.
Oh, he'd be useful.
So
Useless.
so Dalton had a serviceable game, 20 for 28, 236
I
touchdown.
think you roll with Dalton till Winston's 100%.
I agree.
Dalton's going to keep.
He's going to give you a chance
He's
to
going to
win.
give you a chance to win.
And
he
given,
looked good
I mean, give
towards
him.
the end, he got better as the game went on.
He didn't have the two best
I don't
players.
know if he's going to give you
in
a
there.
chance to win as much as he's going to give you a chance to not lose.
Well, I'll
Like,
tell you,
he's not going to lose you the game.
no matter who's back there, we got to get started quicker.
Week 4 rankings, Andy Dalton, his average time to throw was 2.69 seconds. It's the 9th quickest in the league. His average yards per
Veteran.
completion was 8.7, which was 6th in the league. His average air yards per attempt, which was 4th in the league, was 10.8. And he had a completion percentage of 10.9, which was 2nd in the league.
Yeah,
And
he was PFF's highest rated offensive
And he
player
didn't
for
have
the
his
Saints.
weapons out there.
Yeah.
I mean, so I want to see him with the weapons, and I just feel like guys, we're a bad football
And I
team.
tell you what,
We're
well,
a bad coach
We're a
football
bad
team.
offense.
Yeah.
We're last in the NFL in penalties and turnovers.
yeah,
That's a bad football team.
yeah. And
mean-
special teams has been boo boo,
Terrible.
terrible.
You know what?
Like, I
Guys,
feel like
you're
Charles Barkley. They're
professional
terrible.
football player. How about hold on to the freaking football?
Yeah.
Like when
That's why he's on the team.
Like when I was hollering at the TV before he fumbled. I said, "Get down, get down, get down," because it just looked like it was a fumble. And
That's me with every Jonesboro Hodge carry.
when they're
Holding it like a loaf of bread.
I yell, don't fumble.
when they're a punt returner and they start going back and forth, and all of a sudden there's like 7 defenders around
That's
you.
something bad waiting to
Just
happen.
get down, just fall,
Yeah.
because it's going to happen. They're going.
Because they're taught to strip.
They're
that
taught
ball.
to strip and punch it. And
First
they
guy
know,
stand them up. Second guy go for the ball.
exactly, because they know they got guys that's going to be behind them. So if they do miss the tackle, they're good. So they're going to go after the football. Like, God, be smart about it, man. We're just not a good coach.
I
team.
don't. Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing
We miss
because
Sean Payton so much. I'll keep saying that every week.
and look, I feel kind of stupid to think like, man, we're gonna move on from a Hall of Fame quarterback and a Hall of Fame coach, and everything's gonna be good.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're not that good.
And Minnesota done all they could to give us the game.
We're
too.
0-4.
Yeah.
We're 0-14 right now. Let's be honest. I mean, Atlanta gave us the win.
But it feels like we're close in a lot of
You
ways.
could have been 4-0 also.
But in a lot of ways, we're close, and in a lot of ways, we're not.
in
not
my
close, yeah.
opinion,
From
I,
being 4-0.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of the Will Lutz 60-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Go for it. Minnesota has 3 timeouts with 1:50 left. So you're gonna kick it. Just to
What
tie
was
the-
it? What was the full situation there? What was the yards? I was at church.
4th and 4.
Okay.
And this is what pissed me off.
Did we have any
I'm sorry.
timeouts?
4th and 7. Because 3rd and 7, we go for a 25-yard out route.
Really?
So you're sitting there. If you don't get a 60-yard field goal, which is God, what the percentage of that is?
Yeah. Not good.
Just give me 3 to 4 yards to give yourself an option to, hey, let's think about going for it.
And isn't the head coach supposed to have a sheet with percentages on it that tells him?
DA,
I bet he has a guy in his ear.
He got an analytics guy,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
and I
He's got
think
an
that
analyst guy up top.
I think that what we're finding out is he is kind of who we thought he was.
Why which I know they want to be head coaches, but like for him, instance, dude, you're a great defensive coordinator,
And that's all he's ever going to be.
At what point in your career do you not realize? And it's a lot easier and less
Josh
stressful.
McDaniels.
I mean,
Same situation.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or
you're
like Leslie Frazier.
So at this point, are y'all ready for the Saints to go get somebody next year?
yeah.
I never was happy with Allen from the get go. The only thing that I was happy with was that the locker room wanted him.
Which is
Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you. I agree with that.
that was the
That's
thing.
a catch-22. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I was like, well, if Cam Jordan says he wants him, why do I say otherwise?
But let me echo some things from Deuce McAllister. I listened to his after game podcast. He was like, "Hey man, Dennis Allen ain't going out there and making tackles.
yeah.
He ain't going out there and catching balls.
There's only so much you can blame.
it
a-
ain't,
a
it
head
ain't the
coach on.
defense.
Well, and he did say, he was like, those leaders that's primarily on defense got to speak up and got to get in the locker
Well, I've been
room and
saying
gotta get
I've been
on
saying that
butt.
all year. The sideline, there's nobody holding anybody accountable. Dennis Allen, I have yet to see him not just fuss at a player, just go up to him after a mistake or something, talk to him.
I don't understand that.
Like at all, nothing.
That's professional
Hardy
sports,
was
so you're not going to see that.
straight to the bench and just sat there, and never a coach went to him or nothing.
What is going on with Hardy, by the way?
He changed his last name.
I mean, he's all pro last year, and did he expect to be more part of the offense, and that's why he's just kind of sulking right now?
Crap, he was an offense last year.
He was our second best receiver last year.
and now he's 7th.
Yeah, he don't even play offense anymore.
Is that his
And,
problem though?
Like, why not run a sweep for him? Like, why not just do?
Jet
Goes back
sweep.
to offense coordinator situations, obviously, which I know everybody's like, go get a geek, go get a nerd, what? My God, look at freaking Carmichael. He looks like that. I mean, he looks like a nerd.
He's just old.
Yeah, but he's like a 50-year-old nerd instead of a 20.
Yeah, exactly. But
Big difference.
He's a loser. He's not a nerd.
jeez, man, it's not health an issue. I mean, we had all our guys last week and lost a very crappy Carolina team. It's just we're not a well coached, not organized. I mean, we had 5 turnovers all last season. We have 6 already.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's all you need to know. We're losing turnover margin. And we're losing the penalty margin.
And I realize that we're gonna lose in the penalty, because let's face it,
we're getting.
we're gonna get.
And
we're
I'm
gonna
not.
shaft.
I'm not sitting here banging the table how we got screwed. The Badger penalty was god awful.
Ghosted.
I'm not mad at the pass interference penalty.
Yeah, they were jockeying.
He had his arm hooked.
And they're going to call that almost every time.
If it was the opposite, if that was the Saints receiver, I'd have been pissed if I didn't get that call.
Yeah.
So I'm good with that. Granted, it should have been called both ways because he yanked his face mask
But it's
around,
not going to be.
But it's not going to be. I'm not mad at
We're the Saints. We're Jay Hodge. We're not getting no calls.
But those you could win that game even with those bad calls. Like, I mean, you're slow out of the gate for the 4th week in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Like that hasn't adjusted. We're not making any adjustments there.
Have you scored a touchdown in the first half yet?
Yes, Andy Dalton. That was.
I watched
when
it.
that happened.
That was our first one.
That was the drive I watched.
That was the first one.
Good.
You watch Minnesota, their first drive.
God, they were killing us.
Well, I mean, that's play call. That's coaching. Like
And
strategy.
exactly, that's a script.
They done the same play like 3 or 4 times in a row.
I mean, because
It's scripted. They know what they're going to run before they get there.
We don't.
And they practice it.
We
And
come
they've got
out there
it
and
down to the T.
we run the first play. We get 2 yards. Then we try to throw a 6-yard out route, incompletion, and then we're like,
And here's
3rd
another
and 8,
thing.
What do we do?
Marshawn got Whooped.
JJ made him look stupid.
Hardest position in the sport.
It is, and JJ's one of the best.
He's one of the best.
But here's what JJ does
Lattimore's 2 to
well.
3 steps behind them.
Well, here's what JJ does well that Lattimore's kryptonite, in my opinion, is JJ's a route runner,
and Lattimore.
and that kills Lattimore. JJ's one of the best route runners in the league.
That's why Lattimore shuts Evans down.
Yeah, because Evans is just physical.
That's his best
Evans
matchup
is just a
every year.
physical guy.
He's a physical guy. He's not.
And
a route
I'm
runner.
It's a lot
good. I'm
easier
good.
to
I'm
guard
good with
that.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know that, and that's on.
Jefferson's going to do that to anyone in the league.
Yeah, I mean that's just JJ.
Well, and two, that's coaching. Like you got to give Marshawn a break off of JJ.
Well, no. Did you hear what JJ said in his post game interview? He said, "I felt good about this game." He said, "I know the Saints defense. They trust their guys. They don't run any double coverage. They're all single man. They don't give their corners any help." He said, "So I felt good going into this game."
Yeah,
and that's the only reason people kept containing the 2 weeks before because he was getting double coverage.
and that's
safety over
getting
time.
out. That's getting out coached.
There you go. Thank you. We're not. I mean, we're not making any adjustments. Okay,
No.
JJ just had 160 yards, and we did the same thing the whole game. Never made an adjustment.
Never changed it.
No, ever.
And it's okay to need help. Like you said, it's hardest position to play.
Yeah.
JJ's one of the best.
I think
He
he
needs some
might be the best right now. I mean, in the league.
Yeah, he's playing at another level.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
Thielen didn't look bad either.
no, I switched him. I put him off my bench right at the last second because I felt like we were going to be like, all right, let's stop JJ. And I figured Thielen was going to go off. But no, we just
Well,
let him.
Thielen was killing us, and then he got hurt.
His
He
neck.
messed his ankle up.
We did get a little more pass rush last week.
Yes, yeah, we got
And
the
that was
spark
good
on
to
that.
see.
That was. It does help when you got a quarterback that's not mobile.
Yeah.
So that helps back there. You can kind of pin your ears back and not worry about him running by you.
Yeah.
I just, it's so frustrating to sit there and watch.
Look, Jameis had his flaws, and he's not healthy, and we can bang on him. But more than anything, more than Jameis, I think it's coaching.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. I think we're just getting out coached every week.
I mean,
a lot of guys are having to do new things coaching that they are not used to doing
at all.
And it shows.
I mean, Dennis Allen, first time being a head coach of a real team.
On a capable team, yeah.
Pete Carmichael having to call plays for the first time, in my opinion.
Which
I wonder how much Dennis Allen's calling defensive plays. He might say he's calling
the DC.
Ryan, the D-line coach, Ryan. Oh shoot!
There's no way
Starts
he
with
can
an S.
handle all of that at one time.
I mean, you saw him with a clipboard making those calls, especially on like third down.
Well, then that's probably hindering some of his other stuff too. Then,
Well, you can't. I'm not a fan of a head coach, especially in the NFL, calling plays on either side of the ball. There's way too much.
Unless you're Sean Payton.
I'm about to say, unless you're one of the guys that's just
Yeah.
that special,
Been in
like
there.
Shanahan,
Yeah.
you got to be a special
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
or
There's
McVay.
There's not many of them.
If you're that special on either side of the ball, do
Andy
it.
Reid, yeah.
But Dennis Allen isn't that special of a defensive coordinator,
No, like, dude, get your feet
especially
wet.
with the
Like,
guys we have on the team. Like,
there's no, you don't have any leadership. You can't trust your apparently guys.
And I'm gonna keep harping on this, but here's the kicker: we don't have a first round draft pick next year.
oh,
but we
Eagles
will.
got it.
I think we will.
Where are we gonna get it
Who are we
from?
gonna get rid of?
Whoever Sean Payton gets hired by, I think you'll get a first rounder for that.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's gonna come from the Chargers.
Absolutely,
Ain't gonna be
get
no
it.
good.
Oh, with the way they're going.
I mean, it might
About
not
15.
Be. He's not going to Chargers if they're good.
I think you would.
But
It's
I
LA.
don't think they're going to get. I believe we'll have a first round pick next year. I think that's what they're going to get.
That's
for
it. That is.
Here
That's
we
a
go.
valid point.
Here we go. McDaniel gets sued. He goes to Miami. We get McDaniel, and we get the Miami's first round pick, which they
Yay.
don't have. That's in Kansas
About
City.
to say they don't have that. Yeah.
Crap! Dang it!
There goes that plan.
Yeah.
All right, let's not beat the Saints too bad.
I'm gonna fall
I
asleep
want to
in this
keep
podcast.
beating.
Who dat?
Yeah, everybody that.
Hop on.
And our guaranteed win this coming up week is probably not guaranteed anymore.
Who we
playing,
playing?
Seattle?
Who's all of a sudden winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
How happy
Are we
the
getting
Eagles
Mike
right
Thomas
now?
and AK back?
Supposed to, but
I would like to see the chemistry.
Well, with Murray getting picked up by Denver tells me that AK's
Yeah, it must be back.
Yeah. Our leading rusher Sunday's
Freaking-
gone.
gone.
So yeah,
Why does he keep getting
comical.
like every time?
because everybody loves Mark Ingram.
No. I'm not talking about
Screw
just
Mark
Saints.
Ingram.
Where's
Why
Washington
why
and
did
Jones?
Baltimore get rid of him?
Jones was out. Jones was hurt.
Yeah, all he does is make touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he's got 30-something touchdowns.
Every time he touches the ball for us, he gets 3 to 4 or 5 yards.
It's because he's old. It's his age. It's ageism.
Was Washington healthy?
Who?
The running back, Washington.
Yeah, he was healthy. He was the third.
So why is he on the roster and Murray's our practice squad guy we're bringing up to lead our team in carries?
He's got special teams.
That shows you everything about our team right there.
So what I am interested,
we just lost our running back because we want to roster a special teamer.
What I do want to see is
Have you seen our special teams?
I want to see Dalton's chemistry with our 2 best players.
Yeah, I did too.
Because Jameis doesn't have a lot of chemistry with AK or Mike Thomas.
No. I'm ready to see. I mean, why not?
Is Jameis that hurt? He's going to miss again though.
Bro,
I don't think he's. I
don't think he's right.
No,
I really don't think he's that good. I don't know if you'll see him again for a while. I really think
because he was like close to playing this week. I figured it had to do with being
the whole week.
Yeah, but he was still doubtful, questionable.
I think that was just some
Bill Belichick move type.
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to make the other team watch film for both. I really don't think he ever was going to play. I think he was done before they even flew to London.
Yeah.
I mean, he never even made a snap at practice last week, so that tells you all you need to know. I don't think he'll play this coming up week. Coming back off that flight with that back.
So your Browns, Clay.
Yeah, they browned it up.
Yes, and I think this was one of the 2 games that I was wrong on. This will be 3 after tonight. But
they bad play calling. I guess it fits my favorite team.
Were they not getting the rock? Were they not running the ball?
Why is the Falcons wanting to win? That's the bigger question.
Well, crap, they're tied for the leading division.
Blank's coaching for his job.
Exactly right. He ain't gonna get the first round pick if he don't. if they have it.
Well, the Falcons did lose their running back in this game.
At the end of the game. Oh yeah, I forgot about that Cordero, but they probably want that to happen. They want to see Algier, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But no, at the end of the game, they went away from the run, and the ball was in Brissett's hand way too much, with 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, I don't feel like you live and die by Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, I mean, there's the last plays of the game right there, with 1:41 on the Falcons' 44, or on the 46. Jacoby Brissett run, Jacoby Brissett incomplete pass short left, sacked. And pass deep. So yeah, that's the play call in there. Stefanski's very weird with that. He gets a lot of love from the media and everything for being a great play caller and coach and everything, but I don't know. He has his up and downs. He's not bad, but he's not good. Also, the Browns were without Myles Garrett and Clowney, so that definitely affected the defense. Which the defense isn't really good this year anyway.
Was happy about that, but I mean,
Mariota 7 for 19. Yeah. But Clowney's a great run defender. Myles Garrett is Myles Garrett, so that definitely affected some of the defense. And 200 yards rushing on that wasn't happening.
Did Patterson get hurt?
He did. Yeah,
he's on IR. He's on IR.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's terrible. No, I don't hope for that.
Yeah, I tried trading him to multiple people this week, and now
that's dirty.
Before, yeah, I wanted him gone. Yeah,
but he's still up for trade if anybody.
He
wants
is. He is. He'll be back in 4.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, they said they thought he'd be back.
Yeah,
he had a little procedure done today, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the Browns they're 2-2. You can't be mad about that.
I feel like they're better than the Saints for sure, though.
They know what they're doing. they have an identity.
That's what pisses me off about the Saints.
They have an identity. The identity is get the ball to.
It feels like Les Miles is back there, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, you had an identity with Miles.
Yeah.
You were going to run the ball.
Yeah, way too much.
You got to give it to him.
Charles left, Charles right, Charles up the middle. Yeah.
They'll be all right. I mean, the Browns
The Browns are a 500 team.
Until Watson gets back, and then you see. Yeah, if they're 500 when Watson gets back, you're ecstatic.
And the Falcons make the playoffs and they get blown out.
And then Watson doesn't look good when he comes back. Probably he's going to be rough.
Yeah, something like that's going to happen.
Yeah,
actually, I heard maybe Javar Arrington talking about that on the radio this morning on the way to school. He was like, "I hate to break it to you, but when he comes back, he ain't going to be the savior."
Yeah,
crap. Yeah, it's going to be like almost 2 years since he's played.
Well, he played a little bit of preseason, I think. So that helped a little
It
bit.
depends on his massage count too. I mean, he's got to
If he's
going
gonna
to
get relaxed.
He'll be loose.
He's probably got some rookie
He's
numbers.
a quarterback. It's not like he's a receiver going out there just catching some balls.
Yeah, like Mike Thomas.
Yeah, like I mean, he's going to be.
He's the franchise quarterback.
Yeah, he's the quarterback that's going to have to be.
He does get to practice like 2 or 3 weeks before, so that'll help out get some of that rapport back. But yeah, it's gonna be tough.
And you know you're going to be playing the ones though, even when he does that.
And that first game is going to be at the Texans.
Take Bruce.
So, that's going to be fun.
They didn't set that up at all.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
He did like a Thursday. It's a primetime game though, isn't it?
I think it's a Sunday game, but I'm sure Romo will be there probably.
So,
Jim!
Look at him, Jim. He's playing against his own team.
So speaking of Romo,
I'm going to mention why he's gone.
speaking of Romo, the Cowboys took
Kept
care
it
of
going.
the Commanders.
Yeah.
And Carson, there's I watch a lot of
Cooper Rush 4-0.
yeah. How about that? Somebody said Cooper Rush looks like a punter that's going in to play quarterback, or a kicker that's going in to play quarterback.
Hey, I'll take him on the Saints right now.
Yeah.
He is Andy Dalton.
He's a young.
He's winning.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's on a team that has an identity. They know what they're doing.
Playing defense.
Chance, we need to talk about your boy.
Joshua?
No, Wentz.
Were you paying attention at all right then?
A little bit. I'm gone, dude. Wentz is probably not going to play quarterback again after this year.
As a starter.
He's retiring, or he's not going to be a
Converting to like
so
tight end, or
McAfee
He's going
went
to
on
start
a
a
rant.
ministry
yeah.
and start witnessing to people, I think.
McAfee went on a rant today because
He's not good.
He caught a lot of hate for saying that, and he was like, "I told you he is who who we were complaining about
He
last
is who
year."
we thought he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I just
Commanders
still wish I
suck.
could have seen that Super Bowl run, man.
And I hate it because
What
I would
could
love
have
to see the
been?
Cowgirls get pounded.
Or
but
just if he, I mean, like
Yeah, I like.
seeing Cowgirls get pounded.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on. So
I ain't
Cowboys
like
3-1.
so let's move on to the best quarterback in the league,
Josh Allen.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
Smith.
Per Pro Football.
Clay, that might be one of
Focus.
those new clips we need to add to our beginning of our pod. The one
He likes to
the
see
letters.
Cowgirls
I ain't
get
wrote
pounded.
back.
Pounded the
yeah,
cowgirl.
and I didn't write back.
Yeah.
I think we need to add that one to.
Hey, I
They
take that
wrote
as a
me off, but I
compliment
didn't write back.
yeah.
because like all the other ones are like other people, like that's our own little clip there. So, but yeah, Seahawks. And hey guys, what y'all's lines let me down because I picked the lines in this one.
Half the team
yeah.
was hurt.
No.
I didn't know.
I
that before I put
switched
that
to
in
the Seahawks.
parlay.
Seattle scored when they got off the plane. I mean, it was 7-0 before they even got to the stadium.
Yeah.
That's how
As soon as
bad
they hit
Detroit's
Detroit.
defense.
DK left mid game to go take a crap.
Hey, that was
Rodrigo
Hey, I've
got
been
hurt.
there. I mean, I bet that was a long walk.
They
At
said
least
it's the
they did.
longest. It's the
one in the
longest walk
NFL.
at any NFL stadium.
There you go.
That was not a walk. He was in a run.
Yeah.
I mean, when you clinching it like that,
Yeah.
Good thing he's fast.
I mean,
That's from all that candy he eats, man.
Yeah.
Freaking sugar rush for the game, man.
And that looks more like a basketball score than a football score. 48-45.
Mm-hmm.
oh, it was. Yeah.
You'll definitely see less points scored in an equipment game for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not going to disagree with you there, Kyle.
Hey, shout out to the Equipment Junior High boys and girls though for both going undefeated.
that's right.
Play a real school.
They
Oh, I
did.
wish I would play
Class
Jay
B
Hodge.
schools. Yeah, they're supposed to go undefeated against them.
Playing
Hey,
Family
hold
Christian.
now. It's equipment
Yeah.
we're talking about here, guys. Be nice. They
Play
actually,
Rustin.
Hey, they actually have a kid who can dunk in junior high though. Equipment. That's kind of a big deal.
They wouldn't be Winfield.
He's a
Yeah.
Weston transfer.
Usually they sit on the bench when they get to high school. Equipment's had like 3 guys in the past couple of years. They just sit there. They're tallest ones on the teams never play.
I don't
It
understand
always
that.
happens.
They can't catch the ball.
Exactly. It's hilarious. Yeah.
So Titans Colts.
My Titans are back, baby. They're back.
Are they, or the Colts just suck?
No, the Titans they're doing what they do.
I think the Colts are bad.
Colts are bad.
Matty Ice is done.
Yeah, the Colts are terrible.
Titans are doing what they do, though. Henry looks like himself.
Any early projections on who's going to be quarterback for the Colts next year?
Ooh, Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton, Jameis.
Jimmy
Carson
G.
Wentz again.
Jimmy G feels good.
Jimmy G's too young.
Do we have a betting line?
Cooper Rush?
I don't think Jimmy G's going anywhere.
Cooper Rush is definitely too young. I got you one. Jacoby Brissett.
He's not white.
The return.
The Browns won't need
They like
him.
old white guys.
The
They've had him
return.
before.
The Whites?
They like the old whites.
White fellas.
Eli Manning.
It's got to be somebody.
Mitch
Hold up.
Trubisky.
Powers. Who did Eli Trout?
Chad Powers.
Chad Powers.
Chad Powers.
He was like a Colt.
Tom Brady can play at 45. Chad Powers can play at 26. Yeah.
Joe Flacco.
Brian Hoyer. Yeah, Flacco. That's a good one.
Flacco's a good one.
Well, there's a fellow if I've ever
Tyrod
seen
Taylor.
one.
No, he's not white.
Hoyer's the
Hoyer's been there.
Chase Daniel gets a starting
Hoyer.
job.
Hoyer.
Chase Daniels.
Chase.
Chase don't want to start
He wants
job.
to make that money.
He wants to be right where he's at.
Like,
He is the Ryan Fitzpatrick of backup quarterbacks.
Without playing.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick at least played.
That's what I'm saying. He's backup quarterback.
Like why wouldn't they go after somebody like Teddy Bridgewater?
He's not 38 and
You know,
white.
like he's a
Teddy's
fringe.
he's in his 30s
He's a fringe
now.
starting
Was he
quarterback.
33?
Yeah, but he can't.
Teddy's
But he
my
can
age.
run a little bit. They like guys that don't run. They like guys that are so old that they have to sit in the
Teddy
pocket.
don't run well
I
anymore.
wouldn't necessarily call Teddy what he does running.
But he can.
He don't
Not
run
anymore.
fast.
He runs more than Phillip Rivers and Matt Ryan.
That's
advances.
true.
Hey, now Matt Ryan, back in his last days, he would get out of the pocket just enough. To
He's a
make you
little
mad.
past those.
Yeah.
Shot Tuttle ended that though.
Yeah, he did.
That's tough for him.
Colts are terrible.
Hey,
It's shocking, but
yeah.
they're terrible.
Guys, Bears Giants. How about those Giants unis they brought
Speaking
back?
of bad,
What's up with the color difference between
yeah,
the
I
helmet
don't like
and
that.
the jersey, man?
Hey, Phillies are in the playoffs.
Y'all didn't like those jerseys?
I don't like the helmets.
I wish the helmets.
That's
matched.
old school though.
Yeah,
That's old.
they
school.
need to match.
it.
We
Match.
looked it up. That's not. They
It's
they
not?
actually matched like because me and him and Bill were talking. 'Cause we were like, Bill, you saw these.
What
back
was
in
the
day.
helmet?
No, the
The
helmets
helmet
were
was
that color.
navy. Yeah, the jerseys were screwed
The
up.
jerseys were darker back in the
okay.
day. Now they're like
gotcha.
a royal blue.
They're
more-
royal.
If they would actually match, man, that'd be legit. I thought they'd look.
If-
I
great.
like
they-
them. I
if they
didn't
switch-
mind them the way they were.
If they switch that helmet to a royal blue helmet that matches that
nasty.
jersey, it's beautiful.
I don't like the same color.
Hey, shout out Brian Dable.
I thought they were cool.
Saints need to go get him.
Yeah, sure.
Dude's winning ugly football games.
Danny Dimes
He
did
yet
it with
again,
his
he
legs.
knows what they are. They are
Yeah,
what they are.
He doesn't try to freaking.
You know.
Danny
take Trevor
Dimes
and
got
Josh
hurt.
Allen offense of,
I think,
the
right?
Giants. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny Dimes got hurt. Then Tyrod got hurt.
Yeah, then Saquon ran quarterback for a little
And-
bit.
Saquon ran quarterback.
Danny went out there and played wide receiver.
Saquon had 31 carries
Yeah.
for 146 yards.
Saquon looked like he trimmed a few pounds off this year. He looks a little lighter to
He
me.
does look lighter to me.
He's
too.
just on the field.
We
so.
just haven't seen him in a long
Yeah.
time, guys.
No, I mean I've always thought
He's
he
still
was
good at
like
football.
thick. You know, he looks.
Oh,
a
he's
little,
Quadzilla. Yeah,
yeah,
he's got some
exactly.
quads.
Even his legs.
it's fun seeing him play again.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah.
It's fun.
To see him healthy
Especially
and looking
from an injury that he
Like
basically
he had
you're told
one
not-
play where they handed the ball off to him on the right side, and he just got blown up immediately. He like shoved off a guy, then ran all the way around the
First
field
field.
and got like 15 yards.
He's
Look,
phenomenal.
backyard football. Like he's Saquon
Every year there's a reason why he's a top 3 or 4 projected fantasy football running back
with the
and,
Giants.
with the Giants, and you're seeing it this year. Why?
Yeah,
Again,
Still-
you know?
3-1.
Those teams suck. But they feel like they're on the.
Hey,
Saints level.
Justin Fields threw for 174.
It's
They got a
like,
better record. than the
it's like a
Saints.
regular guy throwing for 300.
Yeah. Darnell Mooney like actually caught the ball for the first time.
So him and Trevor Lawrence both threw for 174.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh,
ironic.
both on 11 completions. Wow.
God.
That Eagles D.
Yeah, touchdown. Jesus fumbled the ball 4 times.
Woo! That's
Got none of
pressure.
them back.
And an interception.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he
I
threw a
mean,
pick.
for you even to get hit 4 times as a
Pick was
quarterback,
bad.
that's
Hassan
not good.
Reddick forced 3 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
80's lunch. So Eagles looking like
Super Bowl
They
contenders.
they had the game that everyone's been wanting. They went down 14-0 quick. Hurts threw a pick that it was a tight window, got tipped. Looked like they had a little bit of adversity. Then they just said, you know what? We're here. 20 points in the second quarter. So they turned that 14-point deficit immediately to 2014 lead, and then they handled it in the second half. They had to play a full game for like the first time. A little bit of sloppy weather, though. I believe it was raining the whole game here.
Profusely raining.
Yeah.
He still, 204 passing, didn't throw a touchdown pass, but did a little bit with his legs, 38 yards. Miles Sanders went off.
Speaking of somebody who's back and healthy, he had a game.
Yep, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns.
He's had a good year so far.
He really has. Something about them Penn State running backs.
Yeah, they're back. It's the year. A.J. Brown's still out there dominating. They're a good team. And I think Bradbury got the pick again.
Yep, he did.
I'm gonna continue to talk about him.
He jumped that route to Agnew that Trevor saw way too late. It was wide open, but he saw it late because it was the last part of the progression, it looked like. And he finally tried to get it out to him wide.
Yeah. Eagles are good, though.
Yeah. Eagles are good, and I think the Jaguars are better than we anticipated, too.
Oh, they're still going to be good.
I still think they're respected.
I just think the Eagles are that much better.
Yeah.
Jags are in a tough situation too. Eagles.
The Jags are. I'm not saying rebuilding, but there's Doug Peterson needs another year or so to get that roster.
Oh, for sure.
They're gonna give them next year. They're gonna be good next year.
And if they're gonna sign a free agent wide receiver, it needs to be a little bit bigger name.
I think that was stupid.
Hey, they're doing fine.
Christian Kirk's having a great year.
Kirk's having a great year.
Yeah, he's not worth that much money.
No.
But hey,
He's
at
a top
least
10 fantasy wide receiver in the league right
they're
now.
trying. At least they're trying.
He's top 10 fantasy wide receiver.
At least they're trying.
Yeah,
you don't get paid for being a fantasy runner.
All right.
Well, you get yards.
Steelers, Jets.
You get paid for yards and
Zach
touchdowns.
Wilson came back, and Pickett went in.
Pickett,
Pickett
welcome
did
to
not-
the NFL, bro.
Pickett didn't throw a ball that hit the ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
3 of them was to the other team.
Yeah,
That's right.
but
It had
the
2
ball didn't hit the
touchdowns.
ground.
And he had 2
Rushing.
touchdowns. I know. That's what I'm saying.
On the
Yeah.
He had 2 touchdowns.
Zach Wilson played like poo-poo in the first half and then turned it on in the second half.
Zach Wilson looked really good on that game-winning drive.
Yeah.
He looked
got
like
potential, man.
you know.
It was 2 bad
It's his-
football teams.
It
going
was his
at it
first
pretty
game
much.
back. you
He
know.
showed he could dance.
It was
Yeah.
2 bad football teams just battling it out. I mean, 2 bad, really offensive.
Is this as bad of a Tomlin team as we've seen in a while?
Yes.
Probably the worst time team. we've
Yeah.
seen.
He's going
Definitely.
to finally not be above 500.
You think?
Nah, he'll
Yeah.
find a way.
I don't think there's much he can do with this team.
I don't think he can either. I don't think he can score.
It's gonna be exciting though. He is the starter now. They announced that.
Kenny?
Yeah.
Kenny!
He has to.
Well,
be.
you got to. I mean,
You put him in
your
mid-game, he's
season's
got to
gone. Why
He done
not
got
put him
Yeah.
in?
Trubisky. Done has a little one game. They got film on him. Okay. He's-
Trubisky,
Now he's
not a
about to-
guy.
He's about to go into that freaking gauntlet though. It's that hard schedule we've been talking about for so
Yeah,
long.
but they're playing for next
Well,
year.
you know, Peyton Manning, Eli, all those guys talked about the starts they weren't ready for as the best education they ever got.
This is-
at
Learned more in
Bills
those games.
at the Bills this week. Tampa comes to Pittsburgh,
Loss.
at Miami, at
Loss.
Philadelphia.
Loss.
God,
Yeah.
probably 3 of the
And
best
then
defenses
They
in the league.
might
They'll
have a
win-
shot
They'll
at
win one.
the
Watch.
Bucks, maybe.
No way.
They'll win.
Not
one.
against them defenses.
That's just the NFL, man.
The Bills might beat them by 40 this week because they're pissed off.
Buffalo might freaking.
I mean,
Man.
this might be a game
So,
where Sean McDermott says,
speaking-
lay out your wee-wee.
Let's
and
talk
show 'em how
about that
big
game.
it is.
Speaking of the Bills, this is the
It might
Williams
get
Brothers
bad.
Bowl here.
Yeah.
We got Clay and Chance's favorite players.
Yeah, I could. Well, behind Tyron, it's Lamar probably.
Going at it.
Lamar looked like the better quarterback in the first half.
And then he kind of.
And then Josh Allen said, I want to play football
Yeah.
without my 2 best wide receivers. Not 2 best, but without 2 of my top wide receivers. And Josh Allen became Josh Allen again.
Yeah. There's a difference. You could tell when Josh Allen turns.
Josh Allen made some freaking plays in that rain
Yeah.
that Clay was like, oh, wow. That's something was about to get sacked by 2 different people. He rolls out to the left, throwing against his body on the run.
That's
I believe it was
Lamar.
3rd down. No, this was Josh Allen.
Oh, Lamar did a play like that too. Then
Yeah, Lamar missed the throw.
Lamar had
Lamar
one. No, Lamar had the one
He-
where
he made one throw, but he also missed one terrible.
You remember Josh?
Here it goes.
Yeah.
That's what I was waiting on.
Josh rolled out to the bottom of the screen, threw it to the dude that we didn't know existed till the other day.
the
Remember?
white guy.
Yeah, we didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
And he caught for a first down. And you even were like, oh, wow.
I mean, I thought you were talking about because Lamar had the play where 2 guys, like both of the DNs, like swarmed him, and then
Yeah.
he just came out of nowhere and then threw it up to Mark.
Yeah, it wasn't a clutch play, though, like Josh was.
No.
His was an accident.
It was raining the whole game, Peyton.
It stormed the whole.
It was
game.
raining the whole game. Oh, look at Allen's.
It rained the whole game. You can't.
Allen threw
complain
for
about his yards.
213. Neither quarterback did good throwing the ball.
I'll vouch for him. You can't complain about the yards. You can't complain about the pass.
And
yards
Rashad
for
Bateman
either
got
He
hurt.
plays in Baltimore. He's going to have to get ready for that weather.
Rashad Bateman got hurt.
Dude,
I watched it. I got to record it.
It was almost as bad as the Philadelphia rain.
I recorded it because I watched the first half, then I said I'll go back and watch the second half.
Like it
So,
was raining so
but-
bad. I asked Clay, "Does Lamar throw with 2 gloves on?" Like, does he?
Is it okay for Lamar to be 20 completions for 144? I mean, it's not okay for that, but it's okay for 19 for 213 for Allen.
It's not. They're both.
I mean,
They both had a bad day
not,
passing.
It's not bad, but when I was watching that game, I was like, I feel like Josh Allen's about to just keep completing balls. I never felt like that with Lamar.
He had 9 incompletions.
I watched the completions though. I mean, it's 144 yards. So, I mean, it's not like he was. I mean, I just
Short passes. Yeah.
Yeah, they're little short, little dink passes.
You can't
0
hold,
points in
but I
second
mean,
half. That's all
you can't hold this
Yeah,
one against the
exactly.
Ravens.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't hold this one against Lamar.
I'm not
You
holding
can't.
against. I'm just.
Yeah, but that's what people are going to do. They'll be like, "Oh my God, look at the numbers."
Yeah, no,
Watch the game.
Weather's crap.
You
I
know,
mean,
watch
yeah.
the game. Josh persevered though, because Josh is Josh.
Also,
Josh is a
well,
they put together a drive when they needed to.
Yeah, Josh,
Harbaugh-
He can, man. He can turn it on.
Harbaugh decided to go for it on 4th instead of kick a
Yeah.
field goal.
I
I don't get that.
And
that
the 2
freaking
picks,
analytics.
the 2 picks Lamar threw, one of them was a bad throw that he made and it hit a D lineman in the face. And
Yeah,
then it ricocheted up.
That one was bad.
That one's on him.
I don't blame the second pick.
No, the
second
second
he
one was
had
the
to throw.
Harbaugh decision,
If
where
you
they
don't
should have
throw
been
it, then
kicking.
it's
I
like,
don't
oh my!
blame that.
If you don't throw that ball, they're like, oh my God, why didn't he throw the ball?
Oh,
He's an
Give
idiot.
it, give it
Yeah.
a chance.
You gotta throw
You
it
got
on
to
4th
give it a
down.
chance.
Yeah.
I mean,
And his best passing option, Mark Andrews, 2 catches for 15 yards. And then Bateman got hurt, so he's throwing to Devin Duvernay. I think Dobbins was his leading receiver. Dobbins looked good.
I had him on my
both
Dobbins
sides of
looking
the
better
ball.
and better.
It's hard to say the Ravens choked this game, honestly. The offense was just it was an offensive struggle from both sides. It really was. The Bills persevered, but
if I was
they
a
did.
Ravens fan, I would be concerned though, losing 2 games already this year that you've blown leads on.
But who'd you lose to? Probably 2 of the top 3 teams in the AFC.
Those are the teams you're going to be battling in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, and if you lose it in
but-
one possession games, it could go either way. You're happy with
You
that.
can overcome that.
And you're like, oh, we were leading in both of these games.
I mean,
We were
that's
leading
what-
in both of these games.
tells you a lot.
One without Dobbins and both without Gus
Yeah.
Edwards.
Let's wait for it.
Cup half empty, half full.
Yeah,
However
I
you
mean,
wanna
it's,
look at it.
it just kind of.
Both of those games, they had commanding leads. And
I
the
think-
one against Miami, they didn't have Dobbins, so they couldn't lean on the run too much. You're running Justice Hill out there more than anybody. Half these people don't know who that is.
I think there's an issue with the defense, if anything. With
Oh, their
Baltimore.
defense is bad.
The secondary is horrible.
Yeah,
And there's a blow up on the
that's a
sideline.
narrative is, oh, Baltimore's going to run the ball hard and they're going to play good defense. Their defense is bad.
No, but the
Defense is
defense,
rough.
the defense is the reason they were winning. That
Their
game
defense is bad.
at Sunday.
No, their defense is
Their
bad.
defense gave them the points to get them out the lead.
Their defense is
Put
bad.
them out there, and you held them to 23 points
in the rain.
In the rain.
In the rain.
Yeah.
I mean, like their defense is not great, but they also gave you those points right out the gate. I mean, it wasn't. They gave you a 14-0 lead before the game even felt like it started.
And then they gave up the 23-point lead.
Josh Allen became Josh Allen. That's just I trust Josh Allen, man. Him and Mahomes, they're hard not to just trust. You feel like it don't matter what the score is, what the game is.
I thought it was good to see from the Bills' standpoint, Josh win a sloppy game.
Well, yeah, with
you,
the second,
you haven't
yeah.
really seen
You
Josh
hadn't-
win sloppy games. It's always just been him go out there and just be amazing.
If this game,
this is a good sign for the Bills, I think.
if the Ravens kick the field goal and go up 3 with like 2:50 left, and they win 23-20, what's the narrative?
Hell
Did,
is Harbaugh's-
did you hear what Harbaugh said though?
What? Yes.
Harbaugh said he did not want to kick the field goal because Josh Allen had too much time. He said they would have marched down and tried to score a
And
touchdown.
hey, they have a good defense, champs. Watch it. Watch it.
No. Did you?
Hey, I didn't say that.
Their
So
defense will make the stops.
But then he said.
he'd have picked him apart like he did to get the field goal.
He said.
Well, he don't trust in the defense.
Oh,
That shows
there we
right
go.
there.
Well, I mean, they kicked
What?
the field goal from like the 3, so they
No.
could have scored if they
he
wanted
said
to.
he trusted the defense. That's why he went for it. He said, I felt like if we didn't get it, they would have to go so many yards against our defense. So that's why one of the reasons I wanted to go for it.
Then
I
after the
felt like
game, there was a brawl on this, almost a brawl with the coach on the sideline.
Yeah, with Marcus Peters is an
Marcus
absolute
Peters.
joke.
That dude's a freaking clown.
He has one good year now. He
He's a
thinks he's
clown.
freaking Dion.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He's
a
stupid.
clown. What's the schedules for them, both teams coming up?
Bills are going to beat Pittsburgh.
Baltimore
by
plays
55.
Burrow Sunday night.
There's a good chance this happens again in the playoffs.
Sunday
this
night?
game.
Baltimore Bengals
We'll see
Sunday
this
night.
game again.
It was a sloppy game. It feels
Who's
like a
this,
playoff
Buffalo?
game.
Yeah, that's what I think.
For sure.
Buffalo
Buffalo's-
plays.
Ooh.
They got Pitt, but
Ooh, them
Hey,
next two,
man.
they're going to be fun to watch.
Green
I hope
Bay.
they're prime time. Huh?
They'll thump.
Sunday
They'll
night,
thump
yeah.
Green Bay.
Green
How
Bay's
did-
offense.
Whoa.
They
let's
will
go back up.
thump Green Bay. You
I
heard
think
it
so.
here first.
I think so,
Why in the
too.
freak is Kansas City Buffalo not a night game?
That's the Romo game.
After the Green Bay, though, they got
CBS.
Hey, oh, come on. I guess old Romo's going to have to
There
hold
is
that
one
they
hard
like
game on
playing
that screen.
Kansas City at that 3:00 slot.
They do.
They like it.
Yeah.
I guess they get a lot
They
of
say
views for.
they say the numbers are the
They won't-
highest at
And the other
3:30
They
the other
want Tony
game
on
the
there.
other games at 3 that week are Cardinals, Seahawks, Panthers, Rams.
But who's the night game that?
Cowboys, Eagles. You got to have that.
Yeah, that tells me that a lot of evangelicals like the Chiefs.
That might be the Eagles' hardest game of the year. Against
Cowboys,
Dallas.
Eagles, yeah.
Yeah, really. They got an easy schedule.
So
That game you just got to both offenses
Buffalo
you've
might
got to
not
throw
lose
it
a
off the
game.
defense.
If they beat Kansas City, they might not lose another one.
Kansas City's looking
You
really
said
good.
I mean, you didn't think they'd lose to Miami either. They got to play Miami again.
At Buffalo.
They'll beat Miami by 3
yeah,
touchdowns.
he's going to go to that game.
Did you hear
Wait
those
till they
players?
get that first
Did you
string
hear those
defense
players
back.
at Buffalo saying they finally didn't their bodies start feeling good Friday after that Miami game
Told you, man.
playing that Heat?
Told you. You can say all you want. They're professional athletes.
But what's
Your
crazy?
body ain't trained for it if you're not in it.
But what's
man.
crazy is most of those guys played in the South probably college football and stuff. like you don't.
it's been a minute though.
But I was about to say once you're removed
Some of
from it.
them been a
But if you
minute.
think about it, a lot of them didn't. Josh Allen didn't.
No.
Stephon Diggs didn't.
Maryland.
Yeah. Isaiah McKenzie, he went to Georgia, I think. Which
Yeah.
crap, he was the best player. He,
Yeah.
Gabe
it looked
Davis.
like it.
Yeah.
Gabe
Devin
Davis.
Singletary played at Florida Atlantic, so I guess that's
He was-
close. but
Gabe
he
Davis
sucks.
is UCF.
Yeah,
I mean that's what I'm saying. Like it's not.
and
like
all those guys are, I guess you could call almost veterans now. So it's not like they've been in that again in a while.
No, but
And
I mean,
Buffalo,
go to-
100. And
They go there
Miami,
every year.
they go to Miami
95.
every year. That's what I'm saying. They go every year to Miami.
That don't mean you can just say, all right, I'm acclimated.
No, but
I mean, I got a homeschool boy on my football team at the middle school. I know he ain't a pro athlete. The dude ain't in the heat. It's going to be hard on him, no matter if he's coming to practice every week or not.
I've heard a lot of them pros say I'd rather play in that than when it's 30 and degrees and
Yeah, because
snow
the
or
hits
whatever.
hurt worse.
Green
Yeah,
Bay
but it
and
don't
0
mean it's
degrees weather
easier.
with snow falling on you.
Yeah,
That to me, that's
give
rough.
me that heat.
Yeah, it hurts on your body, but it don't drain you like playing at 100-degree heat does with all that crap on you, man.
It's just and those guys, what they do during the off season, they go into their beach homes and training all summer long. Like they're not staying up in Buffalo during the summer.
But then you go to camp in Buffalo,
Yeah, but
and
Jeez,
you
man.
don't play
It's
nowhere
shocking to
but
me, though.
up north till the third week of the season.
it's just shocking to me.
If you're not out there in it, you're not going to be acclimated.
So
Those
Miami
those two
wouldn't have
teams
that,
we
yes.
saw, I think, are
Well, they
two of the
were.
top
no, they were saying
3 or 4 teams in the AFC.
Oh, yeah.
They were barely out.
They're probably going to meet again. In the
I,
playoffs.
I think
said
you've
it.
got Buffalo, Kansas City, Baltimore, Chargers. Honestly, are just hard to throw in there right now. They got to prove more.
Possibly Miami.
Yeah, AFC. You've got Buffalo and KC at the top.
Yeah.
Baltimore's a step behind. Miami, it's hard to throw in there, knowing the Tua situation, and the Chargers honestly look bad to start the year everywhere, and they're hurt.
If they get
Chargers
health-
have not
if-
impressed me.
If they get healthy, though, they might
Yeah.
be in at the end of the year.
And then the Bengals are somewhere right around there too.
The Chargers want to lose games, it feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
Sunday.
the Chargers.
Sunday's
It's been
going to be
like that
big.
for the last 5 or 6
I
years.
know that's
It's
the
weird.
Chargers way, man.
They've got
But
the
it was
talent.
supposed to be different this year, we thought.
You get Sean Payton on that head coach and that whole organization.
Herbert's still doing his thing. He's leading the league in yards right now. He's top 10 in every other category.
But then they just start stalling out, it feels like.
They
That's
didn't.
coaching.
I didn't
Coaching.
see them.
That's what
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
see them
You
the whole
get
second
Sean
half
Payton.
on the red zone.
Eckler finally came to play.
Yeah.
Thank
He had a
God.
big game.
You need a Sean Payton.
Dude,
in that
why
offense, that
is
locker
only
room.
one person from Houston running the ball at all? Like That's
Because
all.
they were playing from behind. He only ran it 14 times.
Yeah, and one guy. That's
They were
crazy.
down
Burkhead
like
was
30,
getting
weren't
the
they at
ball a
one
lot.
point? I mean, it was a
They were
blowout.
down
Burkhead had like a
27-0
bunch of
probably.
catches though.
So I mean,
Yeah,
Burkhead
Burkhead's
got
probably
the
their third
ball
down
a lot.
back. Yeah, 5 catches, 39 yards.
Yep.
And a touchdown.
Houston,
Houston's the only winless team.
and they're
That's tough, man.
And
They
they've been in
could've won
every
a lot
game
of
just
them,
about.
Yeah.
I would love to have Davis Mills in New Orleans, y'all.
A lot of people would like
I
to
think
have
he's
Davis
got
Mills.
potential. I really do. I really do.
he was just in a bad situation.
Yeah.
And you got Lovey
And he doesn't play bad where he's at.
Mm-mm.
Like he's respectable.
He's just that organization.
He's all they got.
Yeah, he's all they got.
He's destined to be Matt Ryan, I guess.
He's destined to be David Carr 2.0.
Ah, there you
He's a
go. That's a
joke.
better comparison.
Freaking joke.
Chargers get the win, 2-2 on the year.
Nobody cares about the Cardinals game. Skip it. Aaron Rodgers almost lost to Bailey Zappi from the Patriots. That was
In
funny.
overtime, yeah.
That was crazy.
Let me ask
I,
y'all,
I looked over and I'm like, they're tied and going to overtime. What's
let
going
me
on here?
ask y'all a question right quick that I saw.
Yeah, here we go, Peyton.
That was a poll.
Oh.
Hold on. I got a question out of the poll. If you had to choose between these 4 quarterbacks, who's your number 1 pick? Baker Mayfield, Marcus Mariota,
Yeah.
Justin Fields, or Carson Wentz?
Okay.
Ooh. You got to pick one of them.
Got to pick one of them.
Say him again.
Justin Fields,
What's the situation?
Carson Wentz, Marcus Mariota, or Baker Mayfield?
Mariota.
What's the situation?
What's the situation?
I say you're building your. I don't say building.
You're building a
you're
team
building
for
a
the
team with
future or
Justin
building a team
Fields.
right now?
You
wanna compete right
if
now?
You had to choose between these 4 quarterbacks. Who's your
You got to win a game.
Who's your number 1 pick?
For the all right, let's do it for the Saints. For the
Okay.
Saints, because we have everything else pretty much but a quarterback, maybe.
Okay, we'll do that. I like that.
Mariota.
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 Yeah. In a
If you
heartbeat.
take Mariota, you take Fields, because it's Fields. He's 10 years younger.
No, I'm trying to win.
So we
this
want to
year with
win
the
right
Saints.
now.
If you're going to put them on a team like the Saints, you're trying to win.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you're not trying to build.
You're not
That's
trying
true.
to build a
yeah.
quarterback.
So
That's true.
If you're trying to win, you go,
You go
Mariota,
Mariota.
Baker, Wentz,
in
Fields.
the Fields. No, that was my
Fields
list.
is
And there's
bad.
not that big a gap between Mariota and Baker.
No, Fields is
Fields is bad.
Fields is way
I did not
Wait a
know
minute,
he
I
was
got
that
Fields ain't been
bad.
given a shot either.
I
No,
got
he-
something better
that's
than that.
right.
Throw Winston in there with those 5. Who you
I
take?
take
Yeah, but
Winston
Fields don't
overall.
look good throwing the ball at all. I realize he's throwing the
overall.
clowns out there, but he looks bad.
Well, look at what happens. He gets the ball and he's getting pressured. Y'all talk about Joe
But he's
Burrow.
mobile though. But he's mobile
You know,
though.
he made up that
He
he
can
was
run.
getting race baited or something like that at Georgia. You know he's crazy.
I know, he's,
Who y'all
He's
talking about?
looking for a reason to get out of
Yeah.
Georgia and lie about
he
crap.
didn't do that.
Who are y'all
Fields,
talking about?
Justin
Justin
Fields.
Fields.
Yeah. Because that was before you could transfer. And
I say, yeah, everybody forgets about that
he made up something to get out of Georgia.
So
because he was trying to play baseball, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Patriots seem like they can do it with whoever's back there and be
No,
somewhat
Mac
competitive.
Jones is it.
Well,
Mac Jones is better than
Well, it
Jalen
was
Hurts.
Mac Jones.
He's-
Mac Jones' twin.
Mac Jones is better than Jalen Hurts, right?
That's what I said. I ain't
That's what everybody said.
Well, I mean, they were.
I didn't say that.
He was
everyone else
last year.
did.
This was pre.
He was last year.
Second episode.
Yeah, last year he was.
he was last year.
Absolutely, he was.
Put
I don't
Jalen
think
Hurts with
Mac's-
the Patriots.
Mac's not bad this
If
year.
Bailey Zapp can come in and you see no difference in offense,
Well, they just
that shows you everything about Mac Jones. No, he threw the ball. He threw a touchdown.
Well,
he made plays.
I mean, Tom Brady went down and Jimmy G didn't look a whole lot different than
or
Tom Brady.
Brissett.
Yeah.
Bailey Zapp was 10
Matt-
for 15,
Matt
99
Castle
yards, and a
went
touchdown.
10-6.
Yep.
Yeah.
When Brady went down.
Yeah.
So,
Mac
I mean,
I
Castle
think-
got a contract from the Chiefs. because of that.
exactly. Exactly.
Very wealthy man off of the Patriot
What
way.
a time that was.
Off that
Yeah.
humble pie. Yeah, screw the Packers. I can't stand them. I don't like the Patriots either, but
Man, Rodgers was pissed at his center, man. That was so funny. That was a hot mic too when he did that.
I missed that. What
He's
happened?
gonna blow a gasket
So
this year.
he, Rodgers is known for substitutions. Gets to the line, snaps it, gets 12 men on the field. Well, he tried it one time. Belichick, I ain't never seen Belichick run that fast. Got a timeout before it happened. Well, Rodgers and the center had a little talk because the center didn't snap it in time. They got the timeout for it. It wasn't the next series. Rodgers catches New England, makes substitutions. He runs up to the line. The center went snap the ball. And he said, "Snap the effing ball." It was clear as day on TV. You could hear him say it. He was livid, man. That center didn't ever look at him. Didn't ever need to put his head down like he knew.
I mean, what can you do? Because he's running that team. That team ain't got nothing. Nothing.
Hey, and I will give him the Dobbs. He dropped that one in the touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
he went back to him in overtime. Like, I was shocked that he trusted him to go back to him there. Yeah, I really thought he was done with it.
Lizard's getting the ball a good bit, and
he had a big game.
116 yards,
sitting on my bench.
Aaron Jones is still getting fed. He's really good.
But I think that's what
he looks a little smaller this year, a little more trimmer than I thought.
Yeah,
that's what a Hall of Fame.
It might just be because you watch A.J. Dillon run next to him.
I mean, that probably doesn't help.
That's what a Hall of Fame quarterback buys you, though. I mean, you can take a bad team and make them.
Well, that's what sucks. They're sitting there 3-1, and our roster feels like a lot better.
We are a lot better. Yeah,
a slight pay cut and gets paid something reasonable like $30 million.
Devontae Adams is there,
$50 million.
But he ain't about that life chance.
So I mean, he brought all this upon himself.
Yeah, you can't complain.
Yeah, like screw him. You did this to yourself.
Well, what's going
I don't think he cares either.
Still win 11 games.
But what pisses me off is whenever people just start making excuses. He don't have nobody. He did it to himself. So who cares?
Brady and Breeze took pay cuts.
Exactly. Like if he wanted to win and be competitive, and actually have good wide receivers, then he should have took a pay cut. You cannot tell me they could not have paid Christian Kirk to come up there that money.
Oh, yeah.
He takes a pay cut.
Oh, yeah.
And Christian Kirk goes up there, and he is 10 times better than anybody on that team.
And I think there's this weird beef with the GM where he's like, screw you, I'm not giving you weapons.
It's like it's him versus the organization.
Yeah, that's weird,
really
man.
Weird.
But hey,
why would you?
Is he still pissed from the Brett Favre days of being put on the bench for like 5 years?
If it's that much beef, why does he keep signing with him? He's had opportunities to walk out.
Because they keep on throwing the money.
Because I think he's a loner. I think he's a loner. I think he likes Green Bay.
I think he does too. I think he likes that area up there because he likes to be just kind of. I don't think he's a big city life guy.
Yeah.
I can't see him in that. Look at his hairstyle and stuff now. Like, he looks like he's living in the
mountains.
He's
a hippie, man. I mean, he's doing ayahuasca. He's on down the rabbit hole.
I mean, because you can't tell me that
he's down there.
The Cleveland Browns wouldn't have, if they throw that money to Deshaun Watson, wouldn't have thrown that money at Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
like it's a weird dynamic. And why won't you draft him a receiver in the first round?
I think he's happy just being like a football wizard up there.
He's happy to be the man.
I don't think he's going to be in NFL long. I think
he's about done.
I think he's going to retire and become a podcaster.
He's gonna be on the Pat McAfee show.
Pat McAfee show, that's right.
Hey, did y'all see him on Sunday Special though with our boy Caleb? That was a good one.
He's throwed off, man. He's throwed off.
You can see it in his eyes, man. He's got that crazy look.
He just looks like
get that haze in the eyes.
Yeah, the wild dog look, you know. Yeah. All right, Raiders.
He throws that hat on after he takes his helmet off, and his hair is like. And then it's like bald on the back. Right, it's weird.
He looks like a character that Matthew McConaughey would play
in a movie.
You know,
they remind me of each other a lot.
That's a future movie role right there. I'm telling you. All right, Raiders take care of the Broncos.
Meek Robertson, baby. Meek Robertson.
Can we give a shout out to that offensive lineman for the Raiders? Did y'all see that?
Is that Garrett Bowles?
For the Broncos, yeah.
That pick.
Yeah.
He dove. He dove
had
him.
No chance.
He's like 4 yards, 5 yards behind him.
Yeah.
Is that Northwestern State on ESPN right there?
I don't know. Like shout out to Meek though.
Yeah, shout out to Meek for the fumble recovery.
So that little dive he did, like that brought back some bad memories because I actually attempted one of those in high school. I had no shot at the guy, but I was just like, "F it, I'm diving," and it's nowhere near.
He was 5 yards behind him.
Yeah.
He was literally crossing the goal line. He was on the 5 yard line.
Well, when somebody's that much faster than
you,
when somebody's that much faster than you, it'd be like that sometimes. You don't realize how fast they are.
Denver. Speaking of head coaching jobs, boy, Sean Payton would probably do well there. Because that coach is not going to be there.
They're going to need a coach.
He's gone after.
I'm telling you, though.
He might not make it the whole year.
I mean, he's a guarantee gone.
And I know how much Sean wanted us in New Orleans, so there you go.
I still think Peyton goes to L.A. with the Chargers.
I've been saying that,
and I think that because of his wife. He got married. She wants that L.A. lifestyle. And Denver's not a bad atmosphere either. Obviously, if Danger Russ and Sierra were cool with going there and moving their whole entourage over there.
Your best chance to win a Super Bowl, I think, is with the Chargers. If that's what you want.
No, I mean you'd have a chance with Denver. I mean,
I take Herbert
Denver.
over Russell.
Denver
Herbert
feels
too.
like the
I'll
Saints.
take Keenan Allen over Cortland Sutton.
but I would love
when
Denver.
healthy, of
I would
course.
love Denver's foundation,
Yeah.
organization and stuff over LA.
Denver feels like the Saints. I
mean,
feel
'cause
like
you're what, 6th in that city. 1, 2. That organization's always kind of been flaky. I mean, Denver's
It's second football.
Yeah, you're
not even the favorite NFL team there.
You're third in football.
Yeah, behind
USC.
Yeah,
is before
Yeah.
the Chargers. I mean, Denver, that
Well,
fan base,
in
that
New Orleans,
organization-
the Saints are everything for like 3 states.
Exactly. Hey, and Denver's the same way. I mean,
Yeah.
that
I'm
fan
going
base.
Herbert over Russell.
That's
Wilson.
all you got.
And
tell
I'm
me,
going.
man.
And
Give me
I'm
Justin
not
Herbert.
saying, but I could see him.
And
fitting
give
with
me
Denver.
Eckler over whatever you want to have back there in Denver.
Williams is
Well,
hurt.
He tore his ACL.
Yeah.
And
Give me
MCL and
Eckler.
PCL.
Just the whole
Tore it all
thing.
blowout.
He tore it
so
all.
he
Blew
might
up.
Never
never
be the same.
Yeah, that sucks. 'Cause
And
getting
he
going,
was
too.
he was a star. I mean, he was going to be.
That game, he had like the first 14 carries or something. Like Melvin Gordon hadn't touched the field in a long time. 10 carries. He had the first 10 carries, and like that, they showed Gordon on the sideline, and they were like, "Is he finally taking over?" And then boom, knee goes out, and then Gordon goes in and fumbles again, like he always does.
And then he don't get back in the game hardly.
Nope. Mike Boone shows up and gets some carries.
Talk about a fall from grace, man.
I loved Melvin.
I loved him in San Diego.
Yeah.
And he's nothing.
Shout out to him though for at least going to that situation knowing that he's not going to be the starter. Like he was in Denver knowing that he's pretty much there to mentor Javonte.
Dude, if you're an NFL running back, you're just glad to get a paycheck.
Exactly.
Yeah. But he could have went.
You just hope you get.
He could have went somewhere
You better
else.
invest well.
He could have went somewhere else and got more playing time, or maybe even a starting job. Like, I mean, he could have went to Houston, been a starter, got more carries, but he went back to Denver and kind of wrote it out with them and wanted to help out Javonte and everything. But hey, now he's got a chance to
He's
really
a
help him.
super nice guy too.
Yeah, I love him.
He's a personable
Gordon.
dude.
Yeah.
I've always liked him. Chiefs. In
They
case y'all didn't know,
showed up.
Mahomes and Tom Brady are both pretty good at football.
Yes.
They're pretty good.
6 rushing attempts by Tampa.
Well, they were.
52 passes by Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Still freaking spinning that son of a
Yep.
gun.
And he was slinging it too.
I mean, he had a monster game.
And he was that injury hurt because he was off on a few throws, and I think because of that injury, he missed a few targets he doesn't normally miss after he got nicked up there.
So how about Clyde Edwards-Helaire, man?
Clyde looked good.
He's having a good year.
He's having a good year.
Couple touchdowns. I think he had one receiving too.
I like their
I
one.
feel like he's kind of established himself as a threat in the red zone now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that team, it feels like they go to him a lot in the red
And
zone.
they're getting creative with getting him the ball there too.
Yeah.
They're the most creative team.
Which
around
was
the
a
goal line.
perfect fit for him coming out of
Yeah.
college.
Which sometimes they do too much. It feels like, but
Yeah, like tight end shovel passes.
yeah, like they overdo that a lot of times.
Like
but-
the play that Clyde scored on, the little Mahomes run around do everything play. There was a tight end that was a tackle that was eligible, that was open. Mahomes didn't hit him yet because he was still scrambling, but that just shows you the crap that Kansas City
that
does.
looked like some backyard.
It was.
stuff
Andy
right
Reid
there.
reads the rule book.
Yeah.
He knows what's allowed.
The only thing, I'm like Chance. It does get like the tight end going under center. That could be bad because he's not used to making.
Yeah.
He's not used to getting a snap like that. That's a fumble waiting to happen.
Dude, something that's not talked about, getting a snap from underneath center is a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I did it in practice today because I had to run scout team quarterback for a 7th grade group.
You better
Dude,
get
that's
back in
not
the gun,
easy,
homie.
man.
No.
Well,
It's not
Kelsey
easy.
has
We don't run- we don't
Kelsey
run
at
the
least
gun
has
down
some
there.
of that
You
background.
show off at Cannon?
Dude, we were imitating Gina. They don't throw the football.
Kelsey was a quarterback going to college, I think, right? Wasn't he a quarterback going to college?
The one that did
Cincinnati.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he at least has that background back there. Oh yeah, there's Northwestern State with the bad
I
beat
told y'all.
versus Nichols. That's a big running back.
That is a big boy.
Shout out Bo Teat and Clay Chauvin right there, buddy.
That's right.
Shout out Coach Ball right there, huh?
So Chiefs, maybe the best team in the AFC.
They're the Chiefs.
Yeah,
They're the Chiefs.
Dads too.
I feel like they're going to be that way until somebody knocks them off.
Yeah. Y'all were writing them off. They didn't write back. But
Yeah, they're really good at football.
Yeah.
I still question the defense though. I still question that defense because Tampa receivers were open everywhere. I mean, I feel like it's going to be, if they face Josh Allen again, it's going to be another 40-something to 40-something game.
I'm shocked that
they've shown that they can win those. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying they can't win those, but those are coin flips when you do that. Man.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to have somebody back there you feel like you can have a shutdown at one spot of the secondary, and I don't feel like they have that.
Well, on the other side, too, Tampa Bay getting healthy, they're going to be right in the middle of the mix in NFC.
Yeah, I'm not.
And Godwin got hurt again.
I ain't riding Tampa Bay off.
Well, what about the Tampa D, though? What happened with that? Everyone was talking about that being like the best unit in football.
I'm not going to use this as an excuse because I've seen it with the Saints over the time. Them hurricane situations, man, the Saints have lost like every one of those games, I feel like, when they come off those, when they move them to another city and yada, yada.
We never play well after hurricane.
We've never played well after hurricane games, ever. So I kind of wonder if maybe that has something. I mean, because you're not doing the same routines. You're not probably watching near as much film as you normally do. You had your family. You're moving them, yada, yada. So, I mean, there could be something on that.
Who was it that had horses down there?
Devin White.
Yeah.
When he announces his name and stuff on Sunday Night Football, he calls his horse stable name before he says LSU. Go watch a video on it. You can find it on YouTube and stuff. They do like a walk around tour on it. Oh, it's unreal how nice it is.
Yeah, it's more than his house. It costs more than his house.
Oh, it's barn and his stuff is awesome.
So,
he rode horses in Spring Hill all the time. He always was posting videos at LSU.
He rides horses with people from Jonesboro.
Yeah.
He comes to the
Hit
rides,
the parade.
the rodeos.
Hey, he got those. I mean, he's
got connections.
Yeah,
here.
I guarantee he probably. Well, I mean, Miss
Parker.
Betty's his aunt.
Yeah.
Southern Classic,
Yeah.
Miss Betty. I mean,
That's his aunt.
That's his aunt.
Yeah.
No wonder she retired.
She told me that when he was at LSU.
No wonder she retired. Quit giving her money, Devin. We need her back.
Or
at the
give money to
Classic.
Southern Classic because he'll get it back.
Money ain't gonna help that place. All right,
Hey,
so
it's good. I don't give a crap what people say.
it ain't what it used to be.
It ain't never went down for me. I swear.
really good.
You're a
They don't
lucky
even-
son of a gun.
Dude,
man.
I'm telling you.
You
They
ain't
don't
got
even
burned
pull me
yet.
up anymore when I get my strips. They give them to me at the window. That's a bad sign.
I'm telling you, my
Part of it's you're getting chicken strips. So
Oh man, they had the best.
get the real chicken.
They had the
bone,
best.
man.
Yeah, you gotta have
I
the
want
real
that
chicken.
thigh.
They had the best anywhere.
Dark meat.
Me and Ty used to prank call Southern Classic. We were like in junior high, and we were like, "Man, we need to know how big are your thighs." Ty be like, "We need to know how big are your breasts." and they would totally go for it every time. It was like they got a kick out of us calling and harassing them.
My breasts are big and juicy.
Yeah, they always were.
But they're not white.
But what the freak? But anyways, so let's move on to the game we just watched live. 49ers.
Rams?
Yeah, Rams. Matt
Rams
Stafford
cannot-
looked bad.
Rams cannot beat the 49ers.
No, that's their bugaboo.
Because literally the 49ers, I mean, there's not much of weakness on that roster. I mean, it hasn't been the last couple of
They're
years.
better with Jimmy G than they were with.
Oh, yeah. Trey Lance.
Well, they
Trey
were
Lance.
without Trent Williams tonight, I believe, and still won.
Yeah.
And that's a big loss.
You never got to see it with Trey Lance, so you can't say that.
Yeah.
Never got to see it.
3 games.
It's a cop out saying that.
I don't know.
Well, whenever a
You
guy
saw
just
2.5
When they
games.
played with it, they played with Chicago.
Hell, you didn't see 2.5 games. You saw 2 games
Yeah,
or 1.5.
but it wasn't pretty.
Didn't have a chance to get pretty.
And they say, from what you hear, they wasn't never pretty at practice either.
You can't do that, man.
So, I mean, I don't I just know.
So easy
I
for
just,
us to say that.
It is, but I just know what that guy's going to do to that team.
Yeah, the team
Yeah,
that I
not
see
winning
out
the
there
Super
now.
Bowl.
Heck, they're going if they get the NFC Championship game. Hell, I'd love for him to come to New Orleans and get the NFC Championship game. We ain't going to make the playoffs.
I mean, Drew Brees only got us to 2 NFC Championship
Exactly.
games.
Like,
So,
you know how hard it is to get there. Like
yeah.
we are spoiled with Mahomes getting there every year. Like that don't happen in Brady. We don't. We got 2 quarterbacks that are doing that all the time.
and
That
that's
never
that. Well, that's
happens.
what the Niners want. They don't want getting to the playoffs. They don't want getting to the NFC Championship.
I
They
don't
won't.
think Trey Lance is going to get you a Super Bowl.
Why the crap did
Well,
they draft him and
in
start
the-
him this year?
In the NFC, because
they-
they foobarred that pick.
They thought that they
So-
were getting the Josh out.
So that they were like,
They thought
oh,
that's what they were getting.
they thought that we're just going to throw away everything They were just going to throw away everything for this quarterback they drafted.
They thought it was going to be Josh
No,
Allen.
they didn't want to stay at NFC Championship level. They wanted to elevate. That's what people do in the NFL. You draft quarterbacks and you try to win on the rookie deals.
And then
that's what everyone does.
What? We didn't have it that bad after all.
Oh, you know what? I'll take 9-7 with a playoff appearance. No one wants that.
Well, it'd be 10-7, 17 games.
No one wants that. No one wants that.
Well, I don't think they were going to get to the Super Bowl with Trey Lance this year.
This year,
sure.
no. But next year, maybe,
they
don't get to see
not
that
getting
now.
to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo.
They're not.
This year.
They have the roster to win now. They're not waiting for 2 years. That's why we tried to make the moves we made. And
yeah.
Do they have the roster right now?
Yeah.
I don't think they do. I think
in the NFC,
I think they're overhyped, man.
I think they got a shot in the NFC.
In the NFC,
the NFC's not good.
They were in the AFC.
Bucks beat them.
They were in the
Eagles beat them.
Yeah, and that's your two
Rodgers
best teams.
might beat them if they have better coaching sometimes.
He can't.
I don't think the Niners are that good.
He couldn't beat them with Devontae.
They're too much of a one-trick pony.
Rams beat them when it matters.
I mean,
49ers defense, though, they're tough.
Defense is always going to be decent or above.
They're
decent
gonna have
for
pass
them,
rushing. They're gonna
And when you
run the ball,
when you
run
can
the
throw
clock
a
down.
when you can throw a screen pass to Debo and he take it 70 yards.
I mean, it helps.
I don't
Oh
think
yeah,
they're
Trey
that-
Lance couldn't make a screen pass.
I don't think they're that bad.
No, he couldn't, Clay. Duh.
Y'all, Trey Lance did not look good in the 2 weeks
He
played.
played in a freaking monsoon.
It didn't matter.
weeks.
It didn't matter. He just didn't look
He
good.
didn't have a chance.
He
You
looked
know,
good
who
in
else
camp.
didn't look good in his
He
first
looked
two
good in
games?
camp.
Trevor Lawrence last year.
He didn't look good in
Is
camp.
Trevor Lawrence done?
Trevor Lawrence didn't play with that roster.
Pocket quarterback got thrown away.
Trevor Lawrence didn't have a coach either.
Trevor Lawrence didn't have a coach, y'all.
You give Trevor Lawrence
Trey
that
Lance
San
looked
Francisco
bad.
Josh Allen was horrible his rookie year.
And
Yep.
he's
Horrible.
going to have that type of revival after he blew out his knee in order just to be in the league.
Tua looked horrible last year. People were saying he was MVP possibility now. Jalen Hurts.
I
looked
never
horrible
thought
last year, man.
Tua looked that bad. Honestly.
True wasn't terrible.
No.
He wasn't terrible. Two was about.
You got to complete 60% of your passes. In
Trevor Lawrence completed 50% in his first three.
That's always.
They were bad.
But he's all right. He's got it. He's the future. Touchdown, Jesus.
Look what he's doing now, though.
Fumbling 4 times in the pocket.
How do you fumble 4 times? You gotta get hit.
Getting
4
hit
times.
and not getting the ball out.
There ain't nobody that would take
Jags pay for that.
that would
O-line.
take Trey Lance over
Me.
T-Law right now.
For my future of my team, I absolutely would. I would have in the draft.
No way.
Absolutely.
No
way.
No
Yep.
NFL exec is doing that. Not one that's keeping their job.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that. Yeah. Still.
Well, now that he's blown out
No.
his knee, no.
I wouldn't have done
I
it
would've
before
before
that.
Nobody
the
would have
knee.
done it before that.
You can't give up on a kid after 1.5 or 2 weeks.
It
I'm
was-
not giving
it
up on
wasn't-
him. I just
it
don't think
wasn't
he looked
just-
good.
Y'all said Jimmy G.
It wasn't
good
just.
guy.
It
He
wasn't
does.
just
Well, I do
those
right
2
now.
They have a
weeks.
Super Bowl roster right now. Trey Lance is if he stays healthy, he's got 15, 17 years ahead of him.
It wasn't just
They're
those
ready
2
to win
weeks.
now.
It was
Trey's
the
not
whole
ready to win
camp.
now.
Everything you heard out of camp was like, it's
Yeah,
kind of shady.
Everything.
And then we were like, well, let's see what he got. And it was only 2 weeks, but it was not pretty.
So if they played Jimmy G this year and set Lance for a second year, then they had 2 more years with him. Why would they do that? That's not how you win in the NFL. What'd the Seahawks do with Russell Wilson?
I mean,
they had a Super
yeah,
Bowl
you
ready
can put him
thing.
out there.
They bring in Matt Flynn. He gets beat out by the rookie. They win on the rookie contract and they contend. That's how you win in the NFL. You win on the rookie contracts before you have to pay a man $50 million a year.
Yeah, you can put him out
That's
there.
how it happens.
You can put him out there. I'm just saying when they did, he's not that
There's
good.
a reason
Because
why they
he
tried
was
to get rid of
start-
Jimmy G. There's a reason why they try to get rid of him.
Yes.
There's also a reason why Jimmy G was still there, and they paid him to stay.
Yeah.
Because nobody wanted him.
No.
To be a backup.
Nobody wanted him.
If they didn't want him, they wouldn't give him over
You
$10
mean
million.
to tell me Jimmy G came back voluntarily
Why they give him
to
10?
take a pay cut?
Why they give him 10?
They gave him 10.
If they didn't want him back, they just give him a little 3.
That's what we gave.
A little $3 million.
That's what we gave
contract.
Jameis.
Yeah, like I mean,
They gave him low end starter money.
If somebody wanted him, they would have got him.
hell, there
You
was a
don't
lot of
think
teams that
Cleveland
wanted
or
him.
us called him and wanted him?
You don't think Carolina would have won him?
The Colts.
The teams
Exactly.
that
So,
the teams
and
that would have
nobody got
wanted
him.
them are teams that there's places where Jimmy G is the better quarterback right now, but those teams have rookie quarterbacks. That's the same situation with Baker. Baker wasn't getting traded because teams have rookie quarterbacks. Baker and Jimmy G were better than Justin Fields last year. Chicago wasn't going to call and say, hey, let me get your journeyman quarterback and come in and take the spot of my rookie. Hey, Mac Jones, you're not that good. Let me bring in a guy that's different. Hey, Trevor Lawrence, you had a bad year. Let me bring in a guy that's different. Davis Mills, hey, you know what? Let me bring in a journeyman and compete right now because you're a better quarterback right now. Let's not see what you do on your rookie contract.
But yet San Fran
That's
paid
what
him.
happens.
But yet St. Fran
because he wanted, he was going to be a backup.
They paid him $10
now he's there. He's a backup. And
Tell me another backup's making $10 million.
You know why he can be paid $10 million? Because his freaking quarterback's on a rookie deal.
He's on a third overall pick. It ain't that cheap.
Yeah, but he's getting committed half of what Patrick Mahomes is getting right now.
There is
with
nothing,
2 quarterbacks.
There is nothing on tape.
The smartest contract in the NFL.
They're paying 2 quarterbacks half of what Mahomes is.
Look,
That's
guys,
what you can do when you have a rookie quarterback.
And they still don't add to Mahomes.
That's what you can do with a rookie quarterback.
There is nothing.
You can pay a high-end backup.
There is nothing on tape in college. There is nothing in tape on college or in the NFL.
They're have to bench Lance.
Listen,
If they didn't keep him, where are they at now?
there is nothing on tape in college or in the NFL that tells you that Trey Lance is a guy.
Being that he's hurt, where's San Francisco at? Their season's done. Over.
There's nothing on tape. We have no proof that he's a guy. There's nothing in college.
Man.
We don't prove college.
We have nothing in college.
He's bad.
So why are we so sold on like he's a guy?
We're not.
It's
We're saying
the
let's
chance.
see it before he's saying he's not.
People, I mean, NFL,
Like you said,
NFL
that
scouts,
is the method
NFL
now.
scouts aren't stupid.
That's the method.
NFL scouts aren't just like, hey,
but they
Joe
miss.
Burrow, rookie deal. That's what you do.
Yes.
You find a rookie quarterback.
So they're going to whiff that bad where everyone in the freaking nation thinks this guy's a top 5 pick and he's just gone.
That was a Josh Allen
Watch
effect.
Pittsburgh the next 4 years.
Part of that was a Josh Allen effect.
It's because of a quarterback, though. They're going to take a risk on a quarterback. You're going to gamble.
Well,
I mean,
no,
my guy,
But there's nothing.
Josh
There's
Allen,
nothing
it
to
was
take a
Carson
risk on
Wentz.
because he sucks, right?
Carson Wentz started the train.
If Trey Lance showed nothing, why are they taking a risk?
Why is he taking a what?
Why did they take the risk if he showed nothing?
If
his measurables,
he can run.
his measurables.
Oh, wait, stuff that he has.
He's got an arm.
the
He's got a
intangible.
phenomenal arm. But that don't mean he can hit nobody. Like, I mean, Jamarcus Russell had an arm. I mean,
You got to give a guy more than 2
you know
games.
why Anthony Richardson at Florida is going to get a chance? Because he's got an arm.
How many games has he played in the last 5 years, though?
Arm doesn't tell me nothing.
Well, he was at a place where COVID shut down his season,
Uh-huh.
and then he came in as a rookie and sat behind
Right.
Mr. God right there, Garoppolo, and then this year he got the job.
And he played 2 games.
Yeah, and then he got hurt. Oh well.
Okay. I'm saying there's nothing on tape anywhere that shows
and
that
there's
he's.
nothing on tape that says he's not.
There
good.
was nothing on tape.
Nothing on
yeah,
tape that says he's not
he didn't have NFL tape yet. Yeah,
kind of goes back
it didn't
to
happen.
saying, though, that's why I'm just not a fan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, Peyton Manning threw the most interceptions in rookie season.
Peyton Manning didn't look
got
like
rid of
that.
him.
Peyton Manning didn't look like that.
Peyton Manning had a whole season. He still has not. had
Didn't
a whole
look like
season.
that at
He
any
hasn't
point.
had a whole season, man. But Peyton Manning's a pocket quarterback, so it's okay for him to struggle. It's okay for Trevor Lawrence to suck last year. It's okay. But whenever it's a mobile quarterback, we give up immediately.
And
That's how it goes.
no, it's because
That's how it goes.
it's because he had trouble with accuracy.
Because he's a mobile quarterback.
No,
Trevor Lawrence had trouble with
Trevor Lawrence had bad
That's
accuracy last year.
measurable.
Look up Trevor Lawrence's
That's
stats.
he
had
was
bad accuracy last
he was
year.
throwing
You
54%.
think Lawrence last year in a San Francisco team would have been bad?
No.
No.
God no. Mac Jones
No.
wouldn't have been bad.
You give him that coach and that organization.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence would have stepped in
Justin
immediately
Fields.
and been good.
Justin Fields had a
I'm
better
saying he'd be
shot
good.
over there.
I'm saying he would probably have completed more than 50% of his. I mean, he's going. You put Trey Lance in that Jacksonville situation. Was it going to be any better? No.
We don't know. We never got to see it.
Nobody's
going to be
gave
good
them
there.
the excuse of Urban Meyer.
I mean,
So nobody would be good down there. Even
That's
the
not
Eagles couldn't do it.
Urban Meyer being bad ain't an excuse. That's a fact. Urban Meyer was
All
maybe
right,
the
then
worst
It's
coach
a fact. Then
in the
Lance would have been
NFL
just
ever.
as bad as Trevor Lawrence.
So I'm saying it wouldn't be any better. But if he gave me, you get Lance in San Francisco.
Well, let me ask you
offense.
this: does Trevor Lawrence going out there to San Francisco change the offense they run?
No, that's wrong. No, you're not changing.
Then why
that
can't
offense.
why can't Trey Lance run the handoff to Debo? the handoff to whatever running back they want this week, the check down to Debo.
I guarantee you, go ask a San Francisco fan how they feel about Jimmy G starting now versus Trey Lance.
Like we said,
ask them.
It's like what we said with
if anyone knows San Francisco fans, it is me. I am on Warriors Twitter with 300 of them. They all hate Jimmy G, and they hate everyone in the media. I'll go on Twitter right now, and they are pissed at this man. They do not want him. They do not. They do not.
He just beat the Super Bowl champs 24-9.
I saw a guy with a Trey Lance jersey in freaking Universal this year.
He just beat the Super Bowl champs 24-9.
Oh yeah, he really did it. I'm glad that his 5-yard slant to Deebo Samuel went for 70 yards and a touchdown.
Right.
Take away that play and it's 150 yards.
Why?
Did you see that?
Why can't Lance do that against? Why can't Lance do that in Chicago?
You know what? Lance didn't do it because he had 2 games. And it was in a freaking monsoon in Chicago. Deebo Samuel just had his 4th game with over 100 yards after catch.
What does it matter on a 4-yard slant?
What?
What does it matter on a 4-yard slant?
It's a monsoon.
It doesn't matter.
No one was completing passes.
It doesn't matter on a 4-yard slant.
Game and he won it.
And he lit it up throwing the ball, right?
He won it though.
And Justin
it was a 19-10 game
with a worse roster than San Francisco.
It was a monsoon. It's a game you throw out the window. You judge nothing off of that game. You judge nothing off of that game.
Trey Lance gave up the touchdowns, man.
You give up that game means nothing.
Justin Fields is bad.
It's a monsoon. I'm bad in that. Patrick Mahomes is bad in that game.
No, he's not.
They couldn't walk on the field. Did y'all see the pictures?
Yeah, I watched the highlights.
I watched the game on Red Zone. It was awful. They couldn't do anything.
I don't think Trey Lance is that good. There's nothing that shows me that he's
because he had 2 games.
No,
you'd see more when he got to play. What did Jimmy G do? What did Jimmy G do?
He hasn't played any football.
Because he's a rookie.
Well, you just told me rookies play. That's why he's not Jimmy G.
No, rookie contracts play. Rookie contracts.
So why not play?
Teams don't go in year 1 and start. That happens.
T-Law played last year.
Did Josh Allen start week 1? No, Nathan Peterman beat him out. Nathan Peterman. 5 picks.
T-Law played. And Mac played.
And Tyrod Taylor. Did Baker start game 1? No, Tyrod Taylor. Did Justin Herbert start game 1? He's gone. That's Tyrod Taylor.
We're talking about a whole season. You're only talking about a couple games.
Yeah.
All those guys played their first year.
T-Law played.
And what does Jimmy G do? He doesn't lose you games. He doesn't win you games. So the whole game when that's happening, Jimmy G can take you through a season with doing mediocrity. That's what he can do, and that's what he's going to do again, and there's not a single person that likes San Francisco that is happy with this. None of San Francisco fans. I'm telling you, you can look at my Twitter. I'll give you my login. I don't believe that. Clay Thompson 318 is my account. My password's probably Clay
don't give it out on there.
I don't give a crap.
So they're going to be mad when they make the NFC Championship.
Yeah, they are, because they know when they make it, they can't win.
Hey,
they know that.
That tells me all I need to know about that fan base. If you're mad about making the NFC Championship game, that's all I need to know about your fan base. Because I can promise you, if the Saints made the NFC Championship game, we're all going to be sitting at this table.
How many touchdowns did Jimmy G make? How many touchdowns did Jimmy G throw last year in the playoff run of that NFC Championship game? 0.
Zero.
Zero.
So you're okay getting there and losing. Every year?
Heck yes.
So the quarterback does that much when he throws for 0 touchdowns.
Because you know what? How many weeks we got left?
We have talked about this.
How many weeks we got left?
Same thing. You got to get over
0 touchdowns.
How many weeks we got left this season? You just said. Was it 17?
14. 22 weeks until the Super Bowl.
And I'm going to sit there and watch the Saints for another 3 months, and we have no chance in hell to do nothing.
Yeah, and you know the Niners? They have no chance at winning the Super Bowl with Jimmy G.
If you get to the NFC Championship game, you have a chance. We can't even make the playoffs to have a chance.
They're not going to win the championship, and everyone knows that. And it doesn't matter if it's Trey Lance. It doesn't matter if it's Jimmy Garoppolo. They weren't winning it this year.
Do you think Baltimore would have thought that with Joe Flacco? I mean, really.
Joe Flacco.
Different NFL back then.
Joe Flacco went on a run.
It's a different NFL.
That's what I'm saying. San Francisco, when they got in, nobody thought they were going to be the NFC Championship.
Well, who'd they lose to? Matt Stafford in an electric offense. Patrick Mahomes in an electric offense in the Super Bowl. It's a different NFL. Joe Flacco beat Colin Kaepernick. Do y'all like Colin Kaepernick?
He had some years where he was pretty
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Then
what offense did he run? He's doing what Trey Lance does.
He had some pretty good.
He runs and he throws low accuracy.
But it was a little different back then too.
Yeah, like I just said.
It was really different. But,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
But Joe Flacco did go on a run in that playoffs that got him paid.
He got
I said
I'll go
Such a
back-
good run like Jimmy G and his 0 touchdowns
I'll go
last year.
back
He
to Nick
really
Foles.
carried the team to the
I'll go
NFL
back
to
Nick
the
Foles.
championship.
Nick Foles just won Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he got hot.
Back up. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. Like once you get in the playoffs, who knows what can happen?
Well,
At
the
least you
Niners
have a chance.
the Niners have done that multiple times, and Jimmy G has never done it.
Because I'd rather sit there and make the playoffs and feel like I have a chance than sit there what we're going to be.
But whenever you go multiple times to the playoffs with this quarterback and he never does you anything special, he never puts you over that hump, he never wins you that championship, how many years do you sit back and do that whenever you have this third-round pick, when you have this number 3 overall pick? You take that quarterback and you take that chance because you're in the NFL where you go for a rookie contract. It's a rookie deal. He's a guy that didn't get to play a freaking year because of COVID.
Hey, they barely made the playoffs last year. Why didn't he get a chance?
He didn't play because he was a year off of – he hadn't played football since 2019 because of COVID.
And now he basically hasn't played since 2019.
But
So,
he hadn't played in 2 years, and God forbid he goes out there for 2 games and doesn't look good.
That doesn't bode well, though.
Same excuse we're using for John Emery.
Yes. John Emery was away from football 2 years. It's going to take a minute for him to get back. Boom.
You walked yourself into that.
Mike Thomas came out this year. Deshaun Watson, we talked about that earlier. He's a quarterback. It's going to take a minute for that quarterback to come
Emery's
in.
going to be picked 3rd overall in the draft.
No, he's not. Deshaun Watson, though, we talked about that earlier. It's going to be about 2 years since Deshaun Watson played football. Didn't we say he's going to struggle?
I think he's going to struggle. Period.
All right, he's going to struggle.
I think he's. I don't know if Deshaun Watson is going to ever be the Houston Deshaun Watson we saw.
Would have shown that. He hasn't freaking
don't-
played a
I don't-
game.
He can't give up on a guy. That dude's top 10 or 11 quarterback
I
in the
haven't.
league. If he's
I'm not
healthy
closing.
and not touching
Deshaun
him.
Watson has showed that he can play.
Dude,
Yeah,
Deshaun
he showed-
Watson's
he showed-
legit.
he's
man.
legit.
We don't
I
know.
would have traded the franchise for him if he wouldn't
he's
have touched them
legit.
women.
We don't know
We just don't know
anything
what he's
on
gonna
Trey Lance other than it's
just don't know
trending
what
down
Watson's gonna
because of his injury.
But and why are we judging him then if we know nothing?
I wanted Saints to get Watson. I was all for Saints getting Watson.
Mainly because the Niners are winning with
Still wish
Jimmy
we
G.
got him even after
Are they
seeing all this
winning?
stuff. I
Are they
mean,
winning
I was-
with Jimmy G, or are they winning in spite of Jimmy G? They're winning in spite of him. I can go out there and throw a
don't think
5-yard
he's
slant to
that- I don't
Debo
think
to
he's
go
that
70
bad.
yards.
I don't think Jimmy G's that bad. I
He's
just don't
not
think
that
he's
bad,
great.
but he's not that good.
The fans might
That's the
hate
thing.
but
He's
the
Andy Dalton.
The fans might hate him, but
He's Mac Jones.
that locker room, from what I hear, loves him, and they back him, and that's all that matters. Fans can say all they want, but if that locker room,
y'all were talking about fans
I don't
earlier,
think. I
though.
don't think the fans. I wouldn't.
300 of them on Twitter.
I wouldn't think so.
Clay Thompson 318. Follow me.
if I'm sitting there, made the NFC Championship game last year, and it's not like you got
And your
killed,
guy threw for like 150 yards and 0 touchdowns. You're like, oh, well, let's give him a shot. He got us here.
and still
He's got
almost
this.
won.
Yeah, 150 yards.
Still almost won.
Oh, wait, and the year before he did it?
Well, it
Oh,
wasn't
wait,
good
he
enough.
did it again, yeah.
I mean,
Oh, he couldn't make the deep ball pass whenever we had a chance in the championship?
It's
Oh.
like the Dodgers. The Dodgers kept making it to the championship game.
No, let's just keep running the same guys out there.
You can't just say
One
all
year
right,
we'll get it.
What's the goal? Is the goal to just get there? No, the goal is to win it.
Yep.
Right.
And how's everyone
And-
else winning? They're winning with rookie quarterbacks.
Exactly. That's what
On
you have
rookie
to do
deals.
nowadays.
That's how you're getting there.
Unless you're Matt Stafford.
Russell
and you
Wilson
got
did it.
lucky
Patrick
that
Mahomes did
you
it.
got traded. But still, you don't just be happy and you don't be content making it there. You're trying to
You
win
go
it.
for everything.
But Trey Lance, if he is what people thinks he's going to be, is going to be a difference maker. Jimmy Garoppolo is not a difference maker. Yes, we haven't seen him become the difference maker that we think he might be, or they think he might be.
but it's not like Jimmy G's taking your salary cap, and hurting it. I mean, he's never. I mean, it's like a rookie contract with him.
Yeah, but if they
I mean,
didn't pay
he's
him
not
that $10 million,
getting-
they could have paid somebody else
He's not.
$10 million.
He's not getting paid.
Yeah,
a
it
lot.
looks good that they did it, but
I mean, yeah.
in hindsight being 2020,
Even
they could have
before
paid
that, what was
somebody
his
else.
contract?
It was north of 20.
Yeah, he was getting paid, dude. He was getting
In the
paid.
20s though.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what I'm
a
saying.
lot.
He did have a he
Quarterback now is
when he
fine.
got his contract. He capitalized on the market.
He
Whenever
capitalized on
he-
the market,
yeah.
5 years
That
for
was-
137.
but that
He
was
paid
in-
27 a year.
But that was in 17.
He's
when
getting
he was coming
three
out of
times.
New
He's
England.
getting 3 times what Lance was
27.
getting.
That's about. I mean,
That's
now,
above average.
Now-
That's
Back
not
then,
Jimmy G.
Now it's 30s now.
He ain't worth that.
So,
Do you think Jimmy G's worth that? No.
no, he's not. But I mean,
He
now you
doesn't
got
win
him.
you games. But he
He's
doesn't
cheap
lose you
now.
games.
He don't lose games.
No.
You
I
don't
mean,
pay to not lose games. So
You
pay
know,
to
you
win
know who
games.
wins games? Debo Samuel has
If you had-
100
if-
yards after catch.
If the Saints had Jimmy G right now, are we 1-4? Or 1-3?
Probably.
I don't think we're 1-3.
He don't move the needle for nobody.
No, but I mean,
He don't move the needle for
you
nobody.
give him all the weapons we have.
Jimmy G threw for 235 tonight.
And something you're not
Debo
taking
had
into
over
account-
100 yards of
You're
catching.
not taking
Had the
account
lead
his
after
play
catch.
calling either, though. Think about his play calling. He has an elite play calling.
That's why I was going with the Lawrence deal. If you had put touchdown Jesus at San Francisco last year, that's a whole nother.
He does the dink and dives. He does the dink and dives if he plays last year.
I just think it's. I feel like you have a Super Bowl roster now. That roster's not getting any younger.
And that quarterback's not ever waiting to win the game.
You just told me Trey Lance wasn't ready last year.
Because he hadn't played football.
Yeah. So
it's common sense.
From jump, he was boomer bust.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
From jump, he was boomer bust.
Of nothing.
Because
out there, we didn't know what was going on.
No tape in college.
Nothing.
Raw talent. Boomer bust.
And the only thing that was helping him was probably Carson Wentz coming from the same program. And
it was an elite.
It's an elite program.
They should be D1.
But hey, they don't. Yeah, they should be.
We're at hour 45.
They don't throw it all around the yard there either. They handed it off a lot.
He had arm talent.
I mean, just like Carson Wentz did.
You take a guy through the ball, you got to give him a shot. All that, yeah.
Give him a shot.
But you can't say he's bad when he hasn't had a shot to prove he's bad.
I'll agree with that.
All right, then why did we have this argument?
But I mean,
because we said he's bad.
Because I think
because he looked bad for 2 games.
He did look bad.
Yeah, and you punted on him immediately. You can't.
Well, he blew out his knee. He's not playing.
Yeah, but we punted on him immediately, saying, "All right, Jimmy G's the guy. They should have took Trey Lance."
He definitely is for the rest of this year.
Well, obviously. Then how do we get into this? Because it always comes back to.
I don't know. All we did was say he was bad. When he was out there, he was bad.
Yeah, no, I don't think y'all said when he was out there he was bad. I think y'all said he is bad.
Well, he has been bad.
He's not a quarterback in the NFL. That's what we said.
Well, I guess the 2 weeks that I saw him, he was bad.
Yeah, 2 weeks. He's 21 years old. So
he's bad, real bad. I mean, or
22, something like that.
And then all I heard from 49ers people, they were like, y'all just need to let him run. Like, that's what he's good at. His throwing's not there yet. I mean, I'm like, man, you got a Super Bowl roster, though. Like, you don't want a guy out there trying to figure it out. Like, you have a Super Bowl caliber team. Like, it's just hard to believe that you will have – it's unusual because you don't usually see this. The Joe Burrows, the Russell Wilsons, they get high drafted, they're going to crappy teams. You don't usually see a team that's that good get a top 5
come and have to rely on a rookie like
rely on a
I mean, who could they have got right there at 3?
Mac Jones, Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
Who else was in that draft?
Who else was in that draft?
Zach Wilson went 2.
Davis Mills
went 1. It was Fields, Mac, or Trey Lance.
Because it was Lawrence at 1, right?
Lawrence was gone, yeah.
And you're not trading up for the 1 pick.
They already traded up for 3.
Probably could have traded to the 2 pick.
Where were they at
Jets
originally?
Jets wanted Zach
They
Wilson.
They wanted that star status there in New York.
Oh, yeah, Zach Wilson did go too.
Yeah.
That class is loaded, I think, overall, but...
Two of them are bad.
Well, I mean, that's still loaded, though, even if it's...
Picks, though, like other positions.
If you get more than 1 or 2 quarterbacks out of a draft that are, like, solid starters, that's a pretty good draft. Yeah.
Because there's going to be some drafts that you won't even get 1.
I mean, the last 2 years of draft, like going back to Burrows.
And Danny Dimes' draft. That draft was...
Murray.
I mean, that was it, wasn't it?
That's the only one that's going to be sustainable.
Exactly. That's a bad draft. You're not going to get this draft coming up, like Chance just said.
1.
Maybe 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because
let's end this.
I know.
Chop on.
Stroud's not going to do nothing.
Who dat? Everybody dat.
Freaking go Tigers.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me.